Fox News. The 17 Americans and one British national who lives here after getting off that cruise ship stricken by hantavirus. But acting CDC Director Jay Bhattacharya tells CNN State of the Union.
This is not the COVID, Jake, and we don't want to treat it like COVID. We don't want to cause a public panic over this.
Those passengers landed at about 2:30 a.m. Eastern time in Nebraska, taken to a special health facility. And Fox's Todd Pyro reports.
They're going to be quarantined and monitored as U.S. officials are expected to hold a press conference later today on the outbreak. We now know one American has tested positive for the disease. Another is showing symptoms. All as a French passenger has also now tested positive for the virus.
And that French passenger's health condition, we're told this morning, is worsening. 3 others who got hantavirus on that cruise ship died. The rest of the evacuated passengers being flown to other countries. Still no end in sight to the Iran conflict.
Iran's foreign minister says that it is still serious about negotiations after President Trump rejected Tehran's recent response, writing this on Truth Social. I've just read the response from Iran's so-called representatives. I don't like it. Totally unacceptable. Iranian state media today claiming that the response called for compensation for war damages and it would give the Iranians control over the Strait of Hormuz. According to the Wall Street Journal, the deal did not adhere to the administration's demands on uranium enrichment.
Fox's Alex Hogan. Oil prices rising more than 2% this morning. Also still no end to Russia's war with Ukraine.
The U.S. mediated 3-day pause in fighting ends today, but Ukraine and Russia are trading allegations about ceasefire violations. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says while Russian aerial bombardments have stopped, assaults on the front lines have continued. Russia says it's brought down 57 Ukrainian drones. The ceasefire was timed to coincide with Russia's annual Victory Day.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Hoping for a little technical assistance. Radar clear in downtown Indianapolis on this Monday morning. 46 degrees. Nice start going up to 71. Good Monday. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02. At least 5 weekend shootings reported across Indianapolis, and 2 people were killed as a result of those shootings. IMPD says the latest shooting led to a brief standoff and an arrest last night. Police are also asking for your help solving a shooting late Saturday that happened at 10th and Shadeland.
These days, it's technology. Even if you're 2 blocks away from where something happened, if you could just check your door cameras, because a lot of times you'll get a car driving by or you'll get a person running by that you don't even think's involved at all. But when you put those pieces together with other video that other people have from their doorbell cameras, we can put together a trail.
IMPD Captain John Arvin says the person who was shot at 10th and Shadeland on the city's east side died at the hospital. An Indianapolis police officer who was shot Friday was released from the hospital Saturday. IMPD Chief Tanya Terry says the shooting is just a reminder of the risks that officers face while keeping you safe. A woman is dead after a triple shooting in Muncie last night. 2 men taken to hospitals, one flown to Indianapolis in critical condition, the other listed in stable condition. A person was arrested with help from a retired Muncie police officer who was nearby. Police still don't know what led to the shooting. An employee with the city of Carmel is on administrative leave. Jarrett Lewis tells you why.
A spokesperson for the city says an administrator has been placed on leave without pay while there's an investigation into an assault that happened in downtown Indianapolis. A video of the incident was posted on Thursday. It shows a man going up to 2 people after they shouted "Free Palestine" at a large group walking across Massachusetts Avenue and punching one of them in the head at least 7 times. A police report has been filed with the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And the Indiana Pacers will not have a first-round pick in this year's NBA draft. They landed a top 4 pick in Sunday's lottery, which means that the first-round pick goes to the LA Clippers under the Ivica Zubac trade.
Disappointed because this is a great draft. Everybody says, well, why didn't you protect it a lot deeper? Unfortunately, we weren't able to. That was the vig for us to get Zoo.
And that is the Indiana Pacers president of basketball operations, Kevin Pritchard. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com on a Monday morning. Traffic and weather together next in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
The movie Airplane and its stars are coming in hot to the Murat Theater at Old National Center on May 15th.
By the way, is there anyone on board who knows how to fly a plane?
Join stars Julie Haggerty and Robert Hayes live and in person for an audience Q&A after showing Airplane on the big screen.
Surely you can't be serious. I am serious.
And don't call me Shirley.
Put down that glue and grab your tickets now for Airplane at the Marat Theater at Old National Center on May 15th.
Spring and summer air should feel fresh, not full of dust and allergens and whatever winter left behind in your vents. Your air ducts are the lungs of your home, and if they're dirty, you're breathing it every day. That's where Zero-Res comes in, with thousands of reviews and a 4.9 rating. This month, get whole home air duct cleaning for just $599. Cleaner air, better efficiency, and a fresher home. Call 317-388-5141, visit ZeroResIndy.com, and ask for that WIBC special.
All right, check it out. Southbound 65 coming in from Boone County, and it looks pretty good right now as you make your way. State Road 47 down to 465 on the northwest side. 19-minute trip. No delays or anything to interrupt you at the moment. Hendricks County, not so much. We do have that construction slowdown. Westbound 70 from County Road 525 east to the Morgan-Hendricks County line, and that's going to be a small delay right now. It'll pick up as the morning progresses. Traffic sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Matt Bear. Traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
So we're starting to take a look at what's going to be taking place for the race. The Sancio Grand Prix has come and gone. It is all about your race weekend. Now, right now, everything looks clear. With the rain coming in the week before, that could affect a whole bunch of things. We'll get more updates on that. But for today, we've got sunshine, and a lot of it. So get out and enjoy. If you don't have to be at work, don't go. Don't worry about it. Matt Bear's not working today. I mean, yeah, he's here because he just doesn't know where else to be or what else to do with his life. But if he wasn't going to be here, he could be anywhere today. He could just take the whole day off, and he should have. Today is a good takeoff day. Just go. Be out there. Right now, it's 45 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:07. So if at first you don't succeed, referendum again. That seems to be the answer. School districts are not happy that they might not be getting as much property tax revenue because they think our job is just to pay unlimited amounts of property tax. Tony Katz, B3 WIBC, good morning. It's not our job. It is the job of local government, including school boards, to recognize that you might have to tighten a belt from time to time. That you might have to tell a teacher no, that you might have to change how you do things. You may have to have better performance, and can we discuss performance writ large? Of our educational facilities, is it really there? Or do we just allow it to be there because we engage these things radically and politically and not based on whether or not the kids can read and write? The stories at WTHR is that the Indiana Coalition for Public Education, they write, says that up to 100 school districts across the state may be putting out referendums to ask for more money because of property tax changes that were made in 2025. Now, this was the year people were supposed to see some level of deduction, some lowering of property tax. And certainly you can take a look and see, okay, there's the credit thing there. I know some people whose property taxes have gone down. I am not one of those people. I am less than pleased. Is that a very nice way to say it? Less than pleased is what I am if I'm being asked. But I am more or less pleased. Is that a word? Is that right? That sounds good enough. That there are still those people who say the answer is, well, we'll just tax more. They think that this is a legitimate answer. It's not. There will be no end to the referendums if everything can be a referendum. Sometimes they have to be told no. The argument against my position is that, well, the kids won't have this, that, or the other. It's the argument against local taxes. Well, I guess you don't like amenities. I happen to like amenities quite a bit. I didn't say there couldn't be local taxes, and people can vote on them. The threat of, if you don't do this, if you don't pay this, we won't be able to have a fire department. Well, that's a gross threat, and you should fire elected officials whom say something that daft and ignorant. But if cities don't start with, here's how we're going to change doing things because we have to, because it's to the benefit of the citizenry. Now, understand, here's what we're doing, and here's what we're going to remove. So here's what we're going to be able to fund, and this is how it's going to work. It will still be able to grow, just at a different rate. City might be fine with that. The fear-mongering, the lecturing, well, that's a reason to fire people. Same thing is true with your school board, and same thing is true with schools. The answer is always, you need more. You provide less, and you take more. Enough. And the people screaming, well, if you don't tax this, if you don't pay that, you'll have less, and you'll do without, and it'll be terrible. They don't live in reality. Sometimes you only have what you have. That's it. And if you think the answer is, well, tax the rich, sometimes they'll pay it. But eventually they just leave New York City. Those are the facts. Can't be denied. Cities may want to talk about building a tax base. Oh, that could bring us into a conversation about data centers. But hey, only one major catastrophe at a time for everybody. You're welcome. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick, IndyCar's CEO Mark Miles on Momentum at 6:32. Join IBJ May 19th for a discussion on the college calculus at our Education Power Breakfast featuring Mitch Daniels, RSVP at ibj.com/events.
Do you know who's behind the wheel on that 2.5-mile track? Well, welcome to Meet the Drivers, presented by Hardee's.
He's an author who lists Japan and Denmark as his favorite vacation spots. He holds dual citizenship in the United States and Denmark and has been on American Ninja Warrior and has worked with the Pacers Slam Dunk team. He's gregarious and personable, but a self-confessed introvert. Who is this driver with the penchant for ping pong prowess? I'm Jake Query. Stick around to find out.
When did breakfast get so bougie? At Hardee's, we're making breakfast so budgety with the $4.99 sausage biscuit meal deal. Made from scratch biscuits, a juicy grilled sausage patty, plus crispy hash browns and a drink, just $4.99. Ipso facto, it's not bougie, it's budgety. The $4.99 sausage biscuit meal, only at Hardee's. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included. Not valid for use within a combo or in combination with any other offer or discount.
His 33 IndyCar wins include back-to-back Indy 500s. He's Joseph Newgard.
Listen for your chance to guess the next one on Meet the Drivers, presented by Hardee's.
Around here, performance matters. That's why AES Indiana is investing in a smarter, stronger grid. From race day to every day, they're powering connections that keep you moving. It's about more than electricity. It's about powering what matters to you.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Tune in Saturdays 9 to 1 for the Home and Garden Show for advice and fun. Brought to you by Michaelis. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
This hour is powered by Reinhardt Heating and Cooling, your American Standard Air dealer in Hendricks County.
He calls Iran's attacks just a trifle.
93 WIBC.
Trump says the ceasefire remains in effect despite a flare-up in fighting.
What happens next?
They have to understand, if it doesn't get signed,
happens here.
They're going to have a lot of pain. They're going to have a lot of pain.
Gas prices down to $4.53, lower than the national average for the first time in weeks.
Another update is just minutes away.
Traffic is stacking up after a person driving a semi-truck clipped a guardrail, spilled diesel, and set off a fire.
On air, online, and on Alexa.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, he is in the WIBC Traffic Center. What are we doing?
Good morning, Tony. Looking at Hendricks County, westbound 70 stop-and-go traffic from County Road 525 East out to the Hendricks-Morgan County line, and it's a 3-minute delay right now. We're down to one lane. On the east side, a stall. Southbound 465 at East 56th Street. The right lane is blocked, just a little bit blocked right now. We have a box truck and an SUV just touching the fog line right now, so be careful on that exit for East 56th Street. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers, ready to upgrade this May. Find your perfect match at Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Stop by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers today and check out their inventory off State Road 37 in Fishers. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
45 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:15.
It's the little old lady from Pasadena. The little old lady from Pasadena. Has a pretty little flower bed of white gardenias.
The other illegal and unacceptable actions by Iran.
Okay, I want to put together, I want to show this map that has our U.S. assets in the region, which are overwhelming, our naval assets there. As we have a blockade, they continue to try to hold the Strait of Hormuz hostage, as you said. Not even a fraction of any commercial traffic is moving through, maybe a single digit of a ship each day. The Washington Post reports this. A confidential CIA analysis concludes that Iran can survive the U.S. naval blockade for at least 3 to 4 months before facing more severe economic hardship. Do you dispute that assessment? How does the administration speed up the timeline on wrapping this thing up?
Why is 3 to 4 months a long timeline? They've been an enemy for 47 years and we can destroy them in 4 months? You're right. It's not 2 to 3 weeks. It's not 5 to 6 weeks. I would never start with a timeline. That would be my advice to the President of the United States. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. 3 to 4 months. Let them choke. That is the correct answer. But we're actually worried about this? What a foolhardy thing to be worried about. A mistake. A very, very large-scale mistake. Same with thinking that somehow a deal is going to be made. President Trump has already said this deal is unacceptable. Iran has been playing games with the United States and the rest of the world for 47 years. And then he writes, delay, delay, delay. And then finally hit pay dirt when Barack Hussein Obama became president. He was not only good to them, he was great actually going to their side, jettisoning Israel and all other allies, and giving Iran a major and very powerful new lease on life. Hundreds of billions of dollars and $1.7 billion in green cash. That's my favorite kind, by the way. Flowed into Tehran, was handed to them on a silver platter. Every bank in D.C., Virginia, Maryland was emptied out. It was so much money that when it arrived, the Iranian thugs had no idea what to do with it. They had never seen money like this and never will again, which we hope is indeed the case. So the less the Iranian regime sees of anything, the better. They finally found the greatest sucker of them all in the form of a weak and stupid American president. He was a disaster as our leader, but not as bad as Sleepy Joe Biden. For 47 years, the Iranians have been tapping us along. I'm not sure if that's the terminology, but okay. Keeping us waiting, killing our people with their roadside bombs, destroying protests, and recently wiping out 42,000 innocent, unarmed protesters and laughing at our now great again country. They will be laughing no longer, President Donald J. Trump. So I thought we would actually see action over the weekend. I said so last week. He's still keeping his powder dry. But every statement says this isn't going to work, including the one that came after this from the president. I've just read the response from Iran's so-called representatives. I don't like it. Totally unacceptable. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. So-called representatives. Wait a second. That's my line. I'm the one who said there are no representatives. We've been talking about this for weeks. Now, here, we're working with the right people. They want to make a deal. They're desperate to make a deal. They're not desperate to make a deal. They don't know how to make a deal. At last report, they want, did they call it reparations? Is that what they called it? They want to be reimbursed for the attack. Nah. Here's the deal. Maybe some of you get to live being on the run for the rest of your lives. We'll provide you with Nikes. You get good running shoes. Go now, because the people are angry. Also, you killed their sister. Probably their brother, maybe a cousin. Definitely an uncle. Oh, definitely an uncle. 42,000 protesters. Chances are somebody knows somebody, and they're upset. We'll give you sneakers. Now run. Go now, because the people are coming. And we may or may not have armed them. Listen, you never know. You never know. Best of luck to you. That's your deal. Why would anybody think that the IRGC is a group of people that has to be dealt with some kind of respect, like they're a worthy adversary? Not a worthy adversary. They're terrorists, lowlifes. They're Islamists. No respect, just gone. But anybody who thinks that there's a deal to be made, as we have discussed, has lost their minds. Right? I am shocked to find that there's gambling happening in this establishment. That is where we are at with this. We are in the place of recognition that no deal can be made. We have already passed it by. What comes next? Well, that could be the hits on Iran that I thought would have already come. We know that there was a cargo ship that caught fire, and Kuwait had reported drone attacks. Not quite sure how one still has a ceasefire while all this is happening. Not sure how that is supposed to work. But we will leave it there. This is the latest. This is what we have on the subject. This is what we know. I will take it to Virginia, and this will have a part 2 that I'll get to in a little bit. I already had this story, Carl, but I think you sent it to me as well, producer Carl, because it is maybe the best, most recent example of the radicalness of the Democratic Party, which is in a real bit of consternation at the moment. And I'm going to assume that somewhere something leaked, and it leaked in different ways to different people because it's been a flood of stories. And it goes to something we discussed last week about Democrats being in disarray. Now, you know where I am on the Republican Party. It very much seems like the Republicans don't want to win. There is no real aggressive movement to winning re-election. It's nuts. To keeping the House, to keeping the Senate. It is infuriating and it is upsetting that you just don't see the hard work. I can handle losing, although I don't want to lose. What I can't handle, is the total lack of hard work, the even trying. And maybe one of the ways that they are doing well is that the Democrats are in further disarray. Now, there's the story of Virginia, where Virginia engaged redistricting. And then Virginia put it on the ballot. They put it on the ballot with an unfair question talking about fairness. This is to restore fairness in our elections. The elections were always fair. What possibly are you talking about? Very leading question. And then it was about how they have to place things on a ballot, how they follow their own state constitution in bringing these measures up. And they didn't. And what the state Supreme Court, I believe it was a 4-3 decision, said was you did not follow the rules about timing. Therefore, the entire election is null and void. It is pushed to the side. Democrats are apoplectic. And it is the first time, although I've always known this, they always go to the courts, right? The courts are their safe haven. And they go to the court and they try and gain victory in the court when they can't get into the ballot box, when they can't cheat their way through. And the court is supposed to be there for them. And they're never so incensed as when the court isn't. You can go back to Bush Gore. The Supreme Court stops the count. This is over. The court isn't supposed to do that. The court is supposed to side with Democrats. You sided with a Republican, and that is when everything broke. I believe that is the genesis of everything you see today, 26 years later. But in Virginia, Democrats were allegedly on a call. How to deal with the fact that this vote on redistricting that would have given them 10 Democrat seats to 1 Republican seat, as opposed to the 6-5 they have right now, 6 Democrats, 5 Republicans. How do they deal with this? This vote being set aside. And their thought was create a new retirement age for Supreme Court justices in the state of Virginia being 54. If you're 54, you have to retire from the court, which would retire 7 justices. And then, being that the Democrats control the state, they'll put on 7 new Democrats, and then they'll bring it back. As a matter of fact, they'll demand that the new justices are willing to allow the vote to go forward before they'll be even considered to be on the bench. That's a real thing. That is a real thing that Democrats are trying to do. That's per the New York Times, and I think they got this one correct. The lengths that they will go to put forward their desires for power, it's unlimited. And maybe, based on the disarray, maybe Americans don't want it. But it's not going to stop them from trying. I've got that story coming up right now. Matt Bear has traffic on the 5s.
All right, Tony. Hendricks County, westbound 70, stop and go from County Road 525 East. Out to the county line with Morgan, delayed 2 minutes right now because of construction down the 1 lane. Northeast side, southbound 465 at East 56. A stall blocking the right lane. A little bit of a slowdown as you make your way through there. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. This week, get 30% off all patio furniture and create the perfect backyard with Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Wicker, Berlin Gardens, Polycast, aluminum, teak, and more are in stock and ready for you at Sullivan's. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show back at it this afternoon. We cracked the mic at 3:06. It's Monday Gun Day with Guy Relford. We got the biggest stories in Indy. Please join us.
We have seen plenty of rain, and maybe we'll get a little bit of sunshine, but that doesn't mean the rain isn't coming back. This is the month of May, and rain can bring roof leaks, strong winds. Heavy rain can expose the hidden damage, and that leads to some crazy, costly water issues inside your home. And if you wait, it gets worse. Water can seep into your attic and your wall, your insulation. It can cause mold and rot. The structural damage, call Moss Roofing right now. They offer free inspections. A leak, a bigger roofing concern, the expert teams at Moss Roofing will assess the damage and provide reliable, cost-effective solutions. Moss Roofing, over 35 years of experience. They know how to protect your home from the unpredictable spring weather. So for roofing services, you could trust Moss Roofing to keep you dry this spring, summer, fall, winter. That's what they do. For a job done right, visit mossroofing.com. 317-747-3665. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-747-3665. Moss Roofing, 747-3665, or online at Moss, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com.
Time now for the Retirement Report with Casey Weed. Megan Mozak here with financial advisor Casey Weed, founder and CEO of Howard Bailey Financial. Now, many people assume their taxes will automatically go down once they retire and stop collecting paychecks. Casey, is this a dangerous assumption?
Well, Megan, lower taxes in retirement can be an absolute myth. Remember, up to 85% of your Social Security income could be taxed. Your traditional IRA and 401k income is 100% taxable. That's why it's important to find ways to reduce or eliminate your taxes where possible. Well, now is the time to start looking ahead and identifying your tax liabilities in retirement. We have a great resource to help our listeners today. We call it the Retire with Purpose Toolkit. You can get it today by calling or texting KIT to 888-494-5004. My team helped me put it together just for you, and it's complimentary. The center of it is a copy of my latest book, Job Optional. It has chapters on everything from taxes to Social Security to investments. We also include guides on other topics like long-term care and strategies for helping deal with a recession in retirement, among many others. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, just call or text KIT, K-I-T, to 888-494-5004. That's 888-494-5004.
Take advantage of this offer and get your Retire with Purpose Toolkit today. Just text KIT to 888-494-5004. The team at Howard Bailey Financial will get your Retire with Purpose Toolkit to you right away. So just call or text KIT to 888-494-5004.
Howard Bailey Securities LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. This is prepared for informational purposes only. It does not address specific investment objectives or the financial situation. Firm does not provide tax services.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What fuel experts want you to know. You have a clear radar. 46 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 71. It's going to be a great day weather-wise on this Monday morning. Here's what's trending at 6:31. After President Trump criticized leaders in Tehran over the weekend for rejecting the latest U.S. peace offer, gas prices may be headed higher. Petroleum analyst Patrick DeHaan says people driving this week could see prices increase.
This coming week, we'll likely see a bit of a jump in many states across the country. The national average could reach a new multi-year high. It could jump to $4.65 a gallon in the next few days.
Gas Buddies Patrick DeHaan says diesel in the Great Lakes region is running anywhere between $6 and $7 a gallon, which could raise shipping costs for everything from cars to food. Indiana's gas average this morning is $4.35, about 17 cents below the national average of $4.52. President Trump will travel to Beijing this week to meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping. The meeting set for Thursday had been delayed for weeks after the start of the U.S.-Israel war with Iran. The two leaders are expected to talk about the months-long war, along with trade, artificial intelligence, and Taiwan. And the remains of a U.S. soldier were found along the Moroccan shoreline a week after he went missing.
First Lieutenant Lamont Key Jr. and another soldier disappeared about a week ago. A preliminary report says the two were part of a group who went on a hike to watch a sunset. One reportedly couldn't swim, and the second soldier and others attempted a rescue. The Army says search operations for the other service member will continue. That soldier has not been identified.
Fox's Marion Rafferty reporting. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 2.5 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. IndyCar CEO Mark Miles says the 2026 season is continuing TV ratings momentum for the series, up 45% over last year through 5 races. Miles credits the Fox TV package and unique partnerships like a collaboration with the Dallas Cowboys and Texas Rangers for the Arlington race.
Cowboys and the Rangers, major leagues think at another level. They're so well connected. They've got huge databases, fan bases, and then we really blew it out collectively. And the setup, the look of it, I think it rivaled anything that Formula One does in this country.
In Northwest Indiana, the Hobart Plan Commission has approved 2 site plans totaling more than 750 acres for a planned Amazon data center campus. Our partners at the Times of Northwest Indiana report commissioners heard hours of contentious public testimony on the proposals, the majority of which came from residents opposed to the projects. In November, Amazon announced plans to invest $15 billion to build new data center campuses in Northwest Indiana to support its AI and cloud computing technologies and create about 1,100 jobs. The Big Ten Conference has joined the Southeastern Conference in crossing the $1 billion mark in total revenue, marking a significant uptick in payouts to its member schools. The conference reported roughly $1.5 billion in total revenue in its federal tax filing, which covered the first year of westward expansion that brought in UCLA, USC, Washington, and Oregon from the Pac-12. You're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Do you own an import-export business? If so, your company could save time and money with foreign trade zones. FTZs are designated sites across the United States where you can reduce, defer, and even eliminate import duties, helping you stay competitive in the global marketplace. And if you're in central Indiana, InZone will even cover the cost of a feasibility study to assess your potential savings, because smart companies get in the zone. Learn more at inzone.org.
Indiana revenue collections surpassed the most recent estimates for the month of April. The Indiana State Budget Agency said Friday general fund revenues last month totaled nearly $3.3 billion, which was $284 million higher than the April 2025 forecast, or 9.6%. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
Hendricks County westbound 70 stop and go traffic because of construction from County Road 525 east out to the county line, and we're down to one lane in Hendricks. Also on the south side, northbound 465 slow from the south split up to Washington Street. That's downtown construction. And on the northeast side, stall cleared southbound 465 at East 56th Street. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. This week, create the perfect backyard with the Grill Palace at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Big Green Egg, Traeger, Napoleon, Yoder, Gonzi, and accessories galore are in the Grill Palace at Sullivan's. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Have you been at that Grill Palace yet?
No, this is new. This wasn't last year.
It's like a palace.
Oh, mercy. Is there a coronation?
There is a king.
That's fantastic.
And there are dukes.
King Pat.
It's nutty. It is nutty. And then there's this picture of Pat Sullivan just laughing like a fool, saying, "How did I get this wealthy?"
He worked his ass off this one.
Oh, well, there's that. The level to which it has become an institution, it's where you go to hang out. What he has created between Sully's, the restaurant, how the whole outdoor seating area, the areas of finding what you want and things you didn't even know you were interested in. It is incredible.
Everything's a family event,
right?
Yeah.
It's like an old school Gimbel's department store.
Ooh, nice pull.
I know, Gimbel's. We talk about Gimbel's because we're trying to bring in the youth listener.
Right. That's it.
How do you do, fellow kids? There it is.
Daddy, will you take me to Gimbel's?
I'm not your father.
Oh, okay.
45 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. What a show. The time is 6:37. Ryan Hedrick has sports. What's up, Ryan?
Tony, good morning. The Indiana Pacers president of basketball operations apologized Sunday after a disappointing NBA draft lottery where the team learned it would not have a first-round pick this year because that selection was previously traded to the LA Clippers.
My heart was beating like it was Game 7. And to those people, I'm sorry. I can promise you at the end of the day, we're going to be an organization that figures it out. We're very resourceful. Our future still looks good.
The Pacers were 19-63 last year, which put them second to last in the league. They ended up just 2 games ahead of the Washington Wizards, who now are the first pick in the NBA draft. The first day of practice for the Indy 500 is tomorrow. Gates open at 10. Qualifying for the greatest spectacle in racing set for this weekend. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
Bro, we were dancing and then I noticed the junk in her trunk.
Some guys are into that.
Nah, bro, a little's all right, but this was a deal breaker. So much junk in her trunk.
Seeing too much junk? Rubbish Works will haul it away. 317-708-6654 or rubbishworks.com.
He created the heavens and the earth, and God created man and said unto him,
This junk's gotta go.
Sweet Mother Mary, baby Jesus.
My house is a disgusting mess.
Even churches have unholy junk. Rubbish Works will haul it away. 317-708-6654 or rubbishworks.com.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Like our original gold-rimmed Bluebell homemade vanilla, the country's gold standard of ice cream flavors since 1969. Its hand-cranked taste takes you back to simpler times. That's why we put the word home right on the carton.
The good old days. are being made right now.
The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell Ice Cream at your local grocer and pick up your favorite flavor today.
This week, create the perfect backyard with the Grill Palace at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Big Green Egg, Traeger, Napoleon, Yoder, Gosney, and accessories galore are all in the Grill Palace at Sullivan's.
This is Kim at Reinhardt Heating and Cooling. Save money and avoid breakdowns by calling us to schedule your tune-up. It's never too late.
317-745-4526. Reinhardt is your trusted local independent American Standard Air dealer.
I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come.
Change is going to come. First round draft picks? Absolutely not. Tony Katz. By the way, nice poll, producer Carl. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Kevin Pritchard speaking to Pacers fans in the Post, reading, quote, "I'm really sorry to all our fans. I own taking this risk. Surprised it came up fifth after this year. I thought we were due some luck. But please remember, this team deserved a starting center to compete with the best teams next year. We have always been resilient." This, of course, is because the draft came, the draft lottery went, and the Pacers did not get picked high enough in the lottery. Therefore, because of the Zubac trade, the first pick goes to the Clippers. We had to be 1 through 4 or 10 through 30. If it had landed 5 through 9, pick goes to the Clippers. The story is there. Just a real quick explainer over at 1075thefan.com. Yeah, that's ugly. And I appreciate Kevin Pritchard saying, yep, I did this. I took the shot. We've got the story at WIBC.com as well, and it didn't work. I'm glad we got the big man. I'm glad we've got that happening, but it didn't work, and that's all there is to it. Do I think anybody gets fired from it? No, I don't think anybody gets fired from it. Is it perfect Pacers luck? Is it a craptastic ending to a craptastic season? Yes, it is. I'm curious if the fans are going to lose their minds. I don't see it, but I could be very off base in how they feel about Pritchard and how they feel about maybe some of the runnings of the organization. I don't see it, but I could be off base. If Kevin Pritchard, I know he listens to the show. Everybody listens to the show. Love to have you call in and just explain the mathematics of this and where you saw the opportunities and where you still see the value and how you move, because you had to have a plan. If you don't get the pick, what is the plan? So what is the plan? Would love to hear it. Let's reach out and let's see if he can tell us what the plan is. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Spring is here. Feeling exhausted with no sex drive? It may be time to head to Low T Center.
Book a free testosterone test at Low T Center and see if you qualify for TRT customized to you. LowTCenter.com. Book your appointment today.
If you're experiencing burning, tingling, or numbness in your feet, don't ignore it. These are common signs of neuropathy, a condition that causes nerve damage in the feet and legs. Left untreated, neuropathy can lead to serious complications, including muscle cramps, balance issues, and even permanent nerve damage.
Symptoms like numbness, tingling, and burning sensations can quickly progress, making it harder to walk and even stand. If you're dealing with any of these, it's crucial to act before any of these conditions worsen. Neuropathy is treatable if caught early. At Nexus Neuro, we've helped thousands of patients improve their condition by addressing nerve damage early on. If left untreated, neuropathy can lead to dependence on walkers, wheelchairs, and even amputations.
Don't wait. Call 463-400-FEET to schedule your free neuropathy nerve damage
damage screening. Early intervention can make all the difference. The first 25 callers will receive this screening at no cost, but space is limited. Call 463-400-FEET, 463-400-3338. Take control of your well-being today.
Traffic on the 5s, and Matt Bear is in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's happening?
All right, northbound 65 south side, stop and go traffic, Raymond up to Washington Street. That's a delay of 5 minutes. Then we check out westbound 465 on the south side. Had a little debris after the 65 ramps. That is gone. North side, eastbound 465, slow from Ditch Road over to 31 Meridian. Westbound 70 Hendricks County, jammed for a couple of miles. This from White Lick Creek out to Joppa, County Road 525 East, and a little bit beyond that. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. This week, get 30% off all patio furniture and create the perfect backyard with Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Wicker, Berlin Gardens Poly, cast aluminum, teak, and more are in stock and ready for you at Sullivan's. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 45 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 6:46. No need to live with pain. You could do something about it. Just walk into the Good Feet store. Now, it might hurt to walk into the Good Feet store because the problem is your feet, right? You don't have the proper support. And then the problem is in your knees and your hips and your lower back because you don't have the proper support and you're all out of alignment and everything is a mess. You talk to the Good Feet store and talk to their arch support specialist. You don't need an appointment. Just walk in. They'll talk to you. They'll take a look at you. And then they'll say, hey, try these, because they have got the orthotics. They've got the slip-ins right there. They go right there in the shoe. And the next thing you know, you're getting support in all of your arches. That's right, all of your arches. There's more than just one. Yes, there is. And when you have the proper support, you get proper balance. When you have proper balance, you get proper alignment. No more pain in the knees, the hips, and the back. That's what can be with the people at the Good Feet store. You have to get the free fitting, the test walk, no appointment needed, and everything they have, all of those orthotics made in the USA. Now, it's a 3-step system. You got to be able to change things out. Yeah, you got to put a little work in, but what you get out of it, so worth it. Find out for yourself. Good Feet, they've got 2 Indy area locations, Clearwater at the Crossing and in Greenwood just off of 65. Online at goodfeet.com. That's goodfeet.com.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
250 years of American spirit and 500 miles of unforgettable history collide this May at the Brickyard. Listen all week to Tony Katz for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the 110th running of the Indianapolis 500, presented by Gainbridge.
Send me, I know you send me, darling, you send me, honest you do, honest you do.
So as I was saying, there is a very, like the word went out or something got leaked. Something happened that started a flood of articles and a flood of conversations that the Democratic Party is having a really hard time as these midterms approach. Tony Katz, 93, WIBC, good morning. Good to be with you. I don't change my tune here. I don't think Republicans are doing anywhere near enough. I don't think they're anywhere close to being serious about winning. I don't believe they want to win. I think that is happening in some circles. It does not change the Democratic Party being outrageously broken and out of touch. And there is a lot of this that I can get to. And one of the great examples was Representative Ocasio-Cortez just on a tear of pure, raw, unadulterated ignorance. But I'm going to save that for the popcorn moment. On the courts, coming out as we already knew in favor of this communism. We need universal health care and human rights, and I will break it all down. And if you're heading to school today in the waning days of high school or middle school, you're going to want to listen to this, because the people who have told you that these are the good things, they don't actually know what they're talking about. I will give you 5 minutes. You give me 5 minutes, and I will show you why what they're pushing is really akin to slavery. That's what they support. It's super ugly. These progressives, that is what they support. I will show you. You'll decide. But there are two stories. The first was a lot of people pushing this post or this op-ed in the New York Times. And the New York Times op-ed says, forget climate change. Democrats need to talk about other issues. I'm sorry, what now? Democrats need to talk about other issues. Climate change is everything. The guy who wrote this article is a guy by the name of Matt Huber. And he wrote the book, Climate Change as Class War: Building Socialism on a Warming Planet. He wrote the book, I'm reading you the headline, that states we utilize this topic of climate change to get our socialist communist government. It is all a tool for power. And once you have the power, you don't have to worry about climate change anymore. Now, they don't have the power. It would seem that the argument is, as a subject, it turns people off. Well, mostly because it's a scam put forth by scammers. I mean, isn't that why Michael Mann lost the lawsuit? It seems that's my take of it. His might be different. And I don't want, you never want to get Michael Mann too upset because that guy is so happy. Let him explain it. As a topic, people said, yeah, this isn't real. You've been telling us that we're all going to die for 50 years. It was a coming ice age before it was global warming, before you changed it to climate change because it wasn't getting warmer. More ice in the caps. You have failed on every level, and of course, it's all about control. You can't have a gas stove. You shouldn't be able to air condition your home. We see you. And what you did also is put the fear of God, I'm sorry, you don't believe in God, just absolute fear into school-age children across the country for decades. You taught them to be afraid. Don't talk about it anymore, and they now say. Big op-eds, don't talk about it anymore. We need to talk about other things. We'll do this thing here, but don't talk about the thing anymore because it's turning people off. Which brings us to Axios, which says the 2026 map is swinging back towards President Trump. They've lost the redistricting battle in Virginia, where the Supreme Court said you brought this ballot initiative improperly. They literally want to retroactively remove members from the Supreme Court in Virginia. They want to pack the court in terms of the Supreme Court. They are so now power hungry. And knowing that everything is slipping, especially with the Louisiana v. Calais decision, Louisiana versus Calais, the decision that says you can't have racial gerrymandering. Well, this has an effect on a multiplicity of states where Democrats have been well engaged in this because that was the only way they could win. We're seeing it before our very eyes. $65 million is what they spent in Virginia, and it was for naught. And they are losing their heads because it's possible that the math doesn't work for them anymore and they can't keep the House. The systems that they devised in order to steal elections, if you will, no longer works. It is crumbling before their feet, and people are now able to see how they have been able to game the system for multiple decades. This isn't new. They shouldn't have had these seats for 20 or 30 years. And they don't know what to do. And we're going to follow this story much deeper on Tony Katz today at noon. Tune in then. Right now, Matt Baer has traffic.
Hendricks County, westbound 70 stop and go from County Road 525 east to the Morgan County Hendricks line, and a slight delay there. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. This week, create the perfect backyard with the Grill Palace at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Big Green Egg, Traeger, Napoleon, Yoder, Gosney, and accessories galore are in the Grill Palace at Sullivan's. Matt Baer, WIBC Traffic.
They call this one Bill.
Whoa, aliens? Am I in a spaceship?
Affirmative, Bill.
What's with the laser saw?
Relax. We are cutting our bill in half.
What?
An Xfinity mobile transmission says you can cut your bill in half.
Oh, your mobile bill, not me, Bill.
Ah. Xfinity Mobile also says we can try it free for a year. Free.
Yes, with no commitment. Can we put the saw away?
I am reluctant. But we will find another being to bisect.
That's not sci-fi, it's Xfinity Mobile. Xfinity Internet members cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings compares one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
Applied Innovation customer Dr. Chantel Manahan, Director of Technology at MSD of Steuben County Schools, appreciates Applied Innovation's culture that keeps employees long-term.
Having that one consistent point of contact has been fabulous and really helped both of us to get to know each other, which means that he is able to anticipate the needs of our district, the data that we'd like to see, and the practices we have in place to keep things running smoothly.
You appreciate the Applied Innovation partnership?
I'm part of Northeast Indiana Technology Study Council, and we meet almost monthly during the school year, and often the topic of suppliers for copy printing back comes up, and I always share that we're with Applied Innovation, and I would recommend them as far as someone that you can trust to help meet your needs.
Applied Innovation, office technology from a trusted partner. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedyinnovation.com.
Get the Dugan Air Premium Service Tune-Up for just $57. Dugan Air, your American Standard dealer, won't just inspect. They'll fine-tune your air conditioner to perfection with a detailed 27-point safety check. Plus, Dugan Air's no breakdown guarantee means you'll bask in comfort all summer long without worry. In Johnson County and South Central Indiana, experience the Dugan difference. Dugan Air is your independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer. Go DuganAir.com.
Premium service, no shenanigans. Lots of places can expose you to identity theft.
Oh no.
That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If we find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes to your financial accounts, we alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that could make all the difference. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Veterans and active duty service members. When your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
He calls Iran's attacks just a trifle.
93 WIBC.
Trump says the ceasefire remains in effect despite a flare-up in fighting.
What happens next?
They have to understand, if it doesn't get signed,
happens here.
They're going to have a lot of pain. They're going to have a lot of pain.
Gas prices down to $4.53, lower than the national average for the first time in weeks.
Another update is just minutes away.
Traffic is stacking up after a person driving a semi-truck clipped a guardrail, spilled diesel, and set off a fire.
On air, online, and on Alexa.
Good Monday morning. Coming up in a couple of minutes, what kept Muncie police busy while you were asleep, what Indianapolis police are saying about several shootings and what they say could help them going forward, and who's visiting the White House today from the state of Indiana. Those stories and more after Fox News from the Price Point Comfort Mitsubishi Electric Studios. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It is 7 o'clock.
It was 1:30 this morning in Omaha when they landed. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The passengers of the U.S. government flew to Nebraska to be quarantined up to 42 days after being evacuated from the cruise ship stricken by a hantavirus outbreak that left 3 people dead. Other passengers being flown to other countries.
As of this morning, a French passenger and American passenger have tested positive. Another American currently has mild symptoms. These 17 Americans are now back on U.S. soil as of this morning. 2 of them traveled in the plane's biocontainment unit. Each individual will undergo clinical assessment and receive care based on their conditions. That's according to the Department of Health and Human Services.
Fox's Alex Hogan, a British national who lives in the U.S., was also on the flight and will be quarantined. Now the conflict with Iran. President Trump has rejected its counterproposal as totally unacceptable. Adding on Truth Social, for years the Iranians have laughed at our now great again country, and they'll be laughing no longer. U.S. Ambassador to NATO Matt Whitaker tells Fox.
Next steps are certainly to continue to negotiate. You know, President Trump is a deal maker. He's a peacemaker.
Reuters reports that a spokesperson for the Iranian Foreign Ministry claimed the response was not excessive and that the United States continues to have unreasonable demands. The demands for the United States are very clear, that Iran will never have a nuclear program and pursue a nuclear weapon. The president has given the Iranians 2 options: to sign on the dotted line or the war could resume.
That's Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv. One of 2 American soldiers who went missing in Morocco more than a week ago has been found dead.
The remains of Kendrick Lamont Key, a 27-year-old Army first lieutenant, were located by a Moroccan military search team. The body was found in Atlantic Ocean waters. Key was one of 2 soldiers reported missing May 2nd during a military exercise.
That's Fox's Gernal Scott. The search continues for that other soldier. It is believed they fell off a cliff while on a recreational hike. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What kept Muncie police busy last night? Radars clear over downtown Indianapolis. We're sitting at 46 degrees. We'll warm up to 71 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Exercise Inc. Here's what's trending at 7:02. Crime scene tape surrounded a home in Muncie last night, and the coroner was called out to the south side after gunshots were reported.
It was a 23-year-old woman who died in this shooting. You can see those officers actively investigating right now. The second victim, a 40-year-old man, airlifted to an Indianapolis hospital in critical condition. A 39-year-old man said to be stable. The police chief there tells us a 21-year-old man is in custody after a retired police officer and another on-duty officer actually apprehended him.
That's Fox 59's Max Lewis reporting. At least 5 shootings were scattered across Indianapolis over the weekend, leaving 2 people dead. The latest one wrapped up with a brief standoff and an arrest last night. Detectives still need help with Saturday's shooting that happened at 10th and Shadeland.
These days, it's technology. Even if you're 2 blocks away from where something happened, if you could just check your door cameras, because a lot of times you'll get a car driving by or you'll get a person running by that you don't even think's involved at all. But when you put those pieces together with other video that other people have from their doorbell cameras, we can put together a trail.
IMPD Captain John Arvin says the person shot at 10th and Shadeland, which is on the city's east side, later died at the hospital. An employee with the city of Carmel is on administrative leave this morning. Jarrett Lewis has that story.
A spokesperson for the city says an administrator has been placed on leave without pay while there's an investigation into an assault that happened in downtown Indianapolis. A video of the incident was posted on Thursday. It shows a man going up to 2 people after they shouted "Free Palestine" at a large group walking across Massachusetts Avenue and punching one of them in the head at least 7 times. A police report has been filed with the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Hoosier lawmakers are making sure that veterans are helped out and honored every single day of the year at the State House.
Indiana's veterans have made tremendous sacrifices for our country. It's only right that we do our part to honor their service and ensure that 100% service-connected disabled veterans are not burdened by property taxes.
During the session, State Representative Chris Judy of Fort Wayne, a Hoosier National Guard veteran, supported the House Enrolled Act, which delivers property tax relief for Hoosier veterans, allowed totally disabled veterans to deduct 100% of the assessed value of the real property value. The national champion IU Hoosiers football team visiting the White House today. This was Indiana's first football national championship. It goes along with their 5 national titles they have in men's basketball. And the Indiana Pacers lost their first-round draft pick yesterday to the LA Clippers because of a trade they did last year.
We felt like all during this year, we really needed a center. And structurally, when you look at our team, that hole is something we needed to fill pretty bad.
It's Pacers team president for basketball operations, Kevin Pritchard, talking about the Ivica Zubats trade. In that trade, Ben Mathurin went away, also Isaiah Jackson. The Pacers also lost their draft pick for 2029 in the first round. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com on a sunny Monday morning. Traffic on the 5s. 7:05, what's up, Matt Bear?
Good morning, Ryan. Looking at westbound 70 at Hendricks County. Stop and go traffic for about 2 miles between State Roads 267 and 39. That is because of construction. And we are down to 1 lane. South side, northbound 65, slow. Raymond Street up to Washington Street through more construction. Eastbound 70 tightens up into the south split. And north side, eastbound 465, slow. From Ditch Road over to Meridian Street. Traffic sponsored by Staples. It's Staples' 40th anniversary, and they've got deals worth celebrating. Now through May 23rd, enjoy up to 50% off. Save on paper, chairs, custom print, balloons, and more. Staples. That was easy. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We get sunshine, and I am overjoyed by it. Then some rain, then some sunshine. We're going to see by the end of this week temperatures in the 80s. We might be seeing that for race day. Might be. But right now, we have got sunshine. The temperature's starting to climb. 45 degrees as we speak in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:06. So the Pacers, I mean, we want it all to work out. We want them to be successful. We're going to have to wait a little bit. The end of an absolutely terrible season ends with us not getting the draft pick. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. JMV. He is the voice of sports in Indiana, nay, America. He joins us right now, heard on 107.5 The Fan from 3 to 6 p.m. The gamble for the Pacers does not pay off. Kevin Pritchard apologizing. Talk to me about what the deal was and what just happened here.
Yeah, Tony, good morning. Brought to you by LD Smith Plumbing and Drains at 317-927-7186. So NBA trade deadline going back to the winter. The idea was the Pacers did need a 5. There's no more Miles Turner, and what they had, it wasn't working out. And Ivica Zubats is a big, about 14 and 10, that's points and rebounds per game with the Clippers. And they did a deal with a protected pick. And the whole thing was, and this was the gamble of it, was, all right, you would lose anything that wasn't 1 through 4. So what happened? Yesterday, it was 5. So the Clippers ended up with the selection. And now the haul, because you add in Benedict Mathurin, you add in Isaiah Jackson, and then a pick in 2029, a first-rounder as well. that looks like an incredibly uneven haul for Ivica Zubac. And I'll explain it to you quickly how this should look to everybody. This does compromise the long-term future. Absolutely does. But the window is 2 years to win a title right here. That's what has been reinforced with Ivica Zubac. Be able to get back to an NBA Finals next year with a healthy team, a healthy Tyrese Halliburton. Your window is 2 years with Pascal Siakam as well, and this group with Zubac. This compromises and complicates the long-term future, Tony. Don't get me wrong, but in the now, they're going to be fine, and they're going to challenge in the Eastern Conference next season with the health and Tyrese Halliburton back.
And they're going to be challenging some of the people they were over a year ago, as the Knicks are now back in the Eastern Conference Finals. But the question would then go to not Rick Carlisle. We get that he's where he's at and he's safe, and you got through this year, and here we are. It's Kevin Pritchard. It's the GM. Is their future with this team safe and sound? I mean, gambles happen, and this stuff requires a steady hand and nerves of steel. But when it doesn't work out, there you are all by your lonesome. There's Kevin Pritchard all by his lonesome. Is his future in jeopardy?
No, it is not. But I will say this. He's going to have results. This is going to have to work out big because, as I mentioned, the long term is extremely cloudy now. Past 2 years, it is. So he's safe. Tony, the one thing that to me he didn't have to do, and I think you cited that a couple of different times in our dialogue here, is apologizing to the fans. That was, to me, nice. It was honest. And all the things that you want in the person that is leading your professional basketball organization, completely unnecessary, because we knew the gamble, just like you talked about. We knew the gamble. We knew what they were doing, and they crapped out, and it didn't work out. They still have the 5 of the future. We'll see how that 5 fits in the future, too, because he's drastically different than what Miles Turner was playing that same position when they had that NBA Finals success. Completely different, but he's going to add some things that they haven't, Tony, done in a long time. But ultimately, we all knew the risk in this, and it didn't happen. Everybody's disappointed, but to me, there was no need to apologize. Again,
JMV.
No need to apologize.
You could not be more wrong. This is exactly the move that the Indianapolis Colts never, ever, ever give the fans and leave the fans in the dark and don't care if the fans are happy or not. As a matter of fact, screw the fans and their mothers. This is the opposite move.
No, hey, Tony, I get where you're going with this, but unlike the Colts, the Pacers have shown results. All right, they've shown results. They can stand on the results we have seen. The Colts. Now, I will say this: there's a comparison to be made, and we'll talk this. And I'm sure on future dates we'll talk this even more in depth. It's going to be like a Sauce Zubac season because these two deals. The Colts with Sauce Gardner at the trade deadline going back to last year, and this for Zubac are very similar in the way that these organizations felt they were one player away of getting to where they need to go. However, Tony, the Pacers have shown that. The Pacers have given people results. The Colts have not. Therein lies the difference and the trust that you should have with one organization over the other.
We do agree. You are right about that. The Pacers are one Achilles away from being world champions. That is
listen, yeah, there's no doubt about that too. And then crapping out with one Achilles too. So who knows, right? So
JMV, he is the voice of sports in Indiana, 93.5, 107.5 The Fan. Catch him every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. And he will be my race day partner as we bring you the pre-race coverage of the Indianapolis 500 presented by Gamebridge. And you'll be able to hear that at WIBC starting at 6 a.m. We start at 6 a.m. on race day. I think it's like 6 a.m. we start on race day. I'll be there. Just follow the cigars. You'll find me. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Terry Stacy here for Exercise Incorporated. It's the 20-minute once-a-week workout that has truly changed the lives of hundreds of Hoosiers, including two-time Indy 500 winner Al Unser Jr., who joins me now. And how many years have you been with Exercise Inc.?
I started the program 4 years ago. I've gotten stronger. I've gotten healthier. I've got more energy. It's reduced my back pain by quite a bit. By following their simple 9 nutritional program, I've actually lost some weight. It's been all positives all the way around. All those years of racing took a toll on my body. I just feel so much stronger and healthier. Even my wife, Norma, she goes in there with me. She's gotten stronger and she's lost some weight too. It's been really working well for both of us.
You look terrific, little Al.
Well, thank you.
Exercise Incorporated, now with 5 locations: Zionsville, Brownsburg, Avon, Greenwood, and Fishers. Visit the website at exerciseinc.com.
Hi, Tommy Rouse for Tom Rouse Lincoln. In Indy, May is the time to race into savings, so start your engines. Right now, it's employee pricing for everyone. You pay what we pay on all new Lincolns in stock. That means thousands in savings on luxury you deserve, like the Lincoln Navigator, Aviator, and Nautilus. And we're racing to get your trade top dollar, no matter the make or model. Tom Rouse Lincoln in Fishers, where our family has been serving yours since 1972.
Available on the purchase or lease of an eligible new 2025 or 2026 Lincoln vehicle. 2025 Corsair and Nautilus excluded. See dealer for complete offer detail.
Traffic on the 5s. Have you met Matt Baer? He's in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
Nice to meet everybody. Westbound 70 stop and go from State Road 267 to the Morgan Hendricks County line. That's because of construction. We're down to 1 lane. South side, northbound 65, slow from Raymond Street up to Washington Street. 3-minute construction delay. North side, eastbound 465, slow from Ditch Road over to Meridian Street. Traffic sponsored by Grandview Homes. Your schedule is already full. Grandview Homes buys houses for cash as is. No repairs or clean out. Take what you want, leave the rest behind. Visit grandviewhomes.com. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
45 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or you now need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Health Insurance Helpline can help you get it. We specialize in helping the self-employed and people just like you that need affordable health insurance to get it. We have short and long-term health insurance plans, and some even cover dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Don't take a risk with your family's health insurance. It's not worth it. If you're self-employed or now need affordable health insurance, call right now and learn for free how to get it. Listen, affordable health insurance plans for everyone just like you are a free phone call away. So give us a shout right now.
800-659-7540. 800-659-7540. 800-659-7540. That's 800-659-7540.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions Indiana. The spring storms are rolling in, causing chimney leaks. But don't forget about those birds and raccoons that want inside your chimney too, adding unwanted odors and fire hazards. Don't wait until the fall. Get it fixed now. We're experienced, fully trained professionals ready to fix your chimney right. Call us today at 317-757-6979. Chimney Solutions Indiana, protecting your home all year long.
This hour is powered by Reinhardt Heating and Cooling, your American Standard Air dealer in Hendricks County.
The popcorn moment is brought to you by Booher, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. Your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement, and I'm so ready. Everything is starting to move for this. It's not a full kitchen remodel. We've been waiting to do this for years. It's the final touches as we've slowly gone about redoing our kitchen in stages. You may have done this as well, but we need the pros to make it work perfectly, and that is Booher. Their 5-step design process makes it so easy and gets rid of all the stress, and now it is the countertop, it is the backsplash, it's the new sink, it's the final pieces of the look and a size, changing some of the sizes of the countertops to make everything come together. Booher, incredible work. They deliver quality work on time with a service-oriented attitude. They're pros. I have absolutely no concerns. I know everything is going to be perfect. They're going to make it perfect just as we want it. Talk to Booher Remodeling today. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling. 852-5546 or online at Booher. Booher. BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. It's the story you need to hear to believe. Then grab your popcorn because there is more. And I said if you were heading to school today, high schoolers, middle schoolers, I said I was going to get into this. So first of all, class is in session. Professor Katz, welcome. Glad you could be here. You have good parents because they've got the radio turned on. Unless you have the radio turned on, in which case, bravo. The difference between the conservative minds and the liberal minds is great, and the idea that they are it's all just nonsense. It isn't, right? There needs to be in your dealings with things an approach that has value, right? My approach is what allows for the most amount of freedom and what allows for a better led nation. And I think that involves less taxes, and I think that involves more safety and security, and I think that involves a willingness to be more open about the things that we're dealing with. The political left has moved more and more into wanting to consolidate power and to have power over people as opposed to people having the power themselves. And I can prove this in a number of ways. But I share with you now what it is that Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has put forward. And I want to start at least at a baseline so you know where I come from. She is not a smart woman. She's quite dumb. Now, you can tell me about the college degrees, and I will tell you that college degrees do not equal intellect. That isn't true. Intellect equals intellect. A value system, a theory, a philosophy that allows people to live their lives as free as possible to the moment of their happiness. That's better. That is smart. You don't need a college degree for that. Representative Ocasio-Cortez at the Institute of Politics, speaking to the crowd assembled, made this following statement.
The American Revolution was against the billionaires of their time. And we are declaring independence from such an extreme marriage of wealth and power. And
no part of that is true. She wants you to believe that America's history is always fighting against the millionaires and the billionaires. She wants you to buy into the idea of class struggle. That's Karl Marx. When I discuss the fact that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Bernie Sanders, Zohran Mamdani, Katie Wilson all got elected, they're all communists. They're communists. They believe that they can push forward this idea of class struggle, which does not exist, and get people to their cause to engage in violence against others. They shot and killed the CEO of United Healthcare in the middle of the street, and there are people on the political left who cheered it and said, well, he deserved it. That is the push of the class struggle. The fact that many of them are millionaires themselves, you shouldn't notice that. I personally have no problem with millionaires and billionaires. I'm trying to be both of them at the same time. It's called having a goal. It's called being able to pursue one's passions. And if it's dollars, well, then go get it. As long as you're within the confines of the law, feel free. If you want to pursue mountain climbing, I'm not here to stop you. No, seriously, I'm not here to stop you. You're not going to find me on the mountain. Maybe on a hike if there is a trail, but actual climbing up the mountain, like sheer cliff, no, I will not be there. Best of luck to you. Don't forget a carabiner, which is the weirdest name in the world. Carabiner. But you go do that. Her argument is not only historically inaccurate, it is not only ignorant, it is a flat-out lie to push further the class warfare. Let me bring you another example of Representative Ocasio-Cortez and trying to push a level of warfare.
when you are seeing states like Tennessee want to wipe out every black representative on the map in these states, we have an obligation as Americans to stand with Black Americans and communities whose representation is being disenfranchised.
Again, class warfare. Representative Ocasio-Cortez wants you to believe that she stands with Black Americans because Tennessee got the legislation signed by the governor, and they're going to redistrict. It's going to change the area of Memphis, and it will probably end up being a Republican seat for Congress instead of a Democratic seat. Now, you might oppose to redistricting, but let's go back to what Representative Ocasio-Cortez said. She said this is wiping out the Black vote. This is the area of Memphis. And the area of Memphis is represented by Steve Cohen, who is a white man. And the Republicans have nominated a Black woman. And that's who may very well be the next representative from that area. Yet there's Ocasio-Cortez saying that Black people are being disenfranchised. Black people aren't going to be able to have representation. As if all Black people think alike. First of all, how racist of Representative Ocasio-Cortez, but all communists are racist, guys. You will see this time and again and again and again. All communists are bigots, all communists are anti-Semites, all communists are racists, always on everything. It's their history. All I did was take a look. But she's lying. It is a lie. They may very well vote for a Black woman to be in Congress. Well, if you believe in racial equality, isn't that exactly what you'd want? Why should it be a white man when it could be a Black woman? Why should it be a white man when it could be a Black woman? But that isn't what Representative Ocasio-Cortez is saying. She isn't cheering that on. She is lamenting losing power. Because for the Democratic Party, like all communists, power is everything. Not us having a government of, by, and for the people. Not the people's voice and will being done. Not accepting the results of elections. But power. And you have to know that going in. That Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez will lie to your face with a smile like Zoran Mamdani will in order to have power. And you have the power to say, nah, I'm not buying into that. Nah, I ain't voting for that. You shouldn't vote for that. Because not only is Representative Ocasio-Cortez a liar, and we have the data, she's just not bright. And don't we have enough dumb people in Congress? Thus endeth the lesson on Professor Katz. You guys, go to school. Don't forget to drink your milk. Matt Bear's got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
Inbound 69, stop and go traffic, 106th Street to 465. That's delayed 2 minutes. Also, south side, northbound 465 slows before Raymond Street up to Washington Street through the construction. Inbound 70 tight from rural down to Washington Street. And northbound 465 on the northwest side, stop and go 86th Street up to 865. Eastbound 465 slow, Michigan Road to Meridian. Crash on the way southeast side. This is Franklin Road at Fry. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. This week, get 30% off all patio furniture and create the perfect backyard with Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Wicker, Berlin Gardens, poly, cast aluminum, teak, and more are in stock and ready for you at Sullivan's. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show back at it this afternoon. We cracked the mic at 3:06. It's Monday Gun Day with Guy Relford. We got the biggest stories in Indy. Please join us.
It's Hammer and Nigel. Spring is here, but if you're still feeling exhausted with no energy and no sex drive, it may be time to head to Low T Center. 1 in 4 men has low testosterone. At Low T Center, you can book a free testosterone test and see if you qualify for TRT customized to your body by expert providers.
Low T Center's got the highest quality testosterone, and their providers tailor it specifically to you, so you know that it's effective. Put the spring back into your step and head to lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com. Book that free testosterone test at Low T Center and see if you qualify for TRT customized to you. Remember, choose self-pay or insurance, and even have the treatment shipped to your door. Put the spring back into your step. Head to lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com and book that TRT appointment right now.
Hun, I think it's time we build that walk-in closet I've always needed.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about a HELOC, home equity line of credit from Lake City Bank, using money from our home for whatever we need as we need it.
Great. Let's get a SHELOC.
No, it's HELOC. Home equity line of credit.
Well, for the closet I have planned, we'll definitely need a she-lock.
Hey, you're the boss.
Get a HELOC from Lake City Bank. Learn more at lakecitybank.com. Subject to credit approval, equal housing lender, NMLS number 431669.
It's race month in Indianapolis and everything is about speed. So why are your gutters still sitting there clogged, slow, and going nowhere fast? Hey, Pat Sullivan here, and I've got a deal that's got more horsepower than turn one at the track. Right now, Gutter Helmet is offering $500 off your gutter helmet installation of 150 linear feet or more. That's your fast track to never cleaning gutters again. Clogged gutters don't fast track water away from your home. They just cause damage, mess, and headaches. Gutter Helmet does the job, rain or shine, all 4 seasons. And the best part? No high-pressure sales, just a free estimate from a family-owned business with 40 years and 3 generations of keeping indie homes protected. But this checkered flag deal won't last long. Restrictions apply, so race in for savings today. Call 800-5HELMET or visit gutterhelmetindy.com. Gutter Helmet, protect your home and retire that ladder for good.
Do you know what a high school athletic administrator does every day? A lot.
Athletic administrators hire coaches, schedule referees, and organize games. They maintain facilities, purchase equipment, and arrange transportation.
They prepare budgets, secure sponsorships, and oversee school safety. They coordinate volunteers, communicate with parents, and handle public relations, and so much more.
Not only are they educators, but athletic administrators are mentors and marketers, accountants and HR managers, fundraisers, and problem solvers.
They wear so many hats. They have to work long hours to do it all. And we couldn't play high school sports without them.
To every athletic administrator in Indiana, thank you for everything you do to make education-based athletics possible.
We see you, we salute you, and we are thankful for you.
I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Show your appreciation for athletic administrators by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is recognizing their role. This is applauding their work. This is your IHSAA.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
The price for this impacts everything that you consume. Radar clear over downtown Indianapolis. It's 47 degrees on this Monday morning. We'll warm up to 71. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Michaelis Corporation. Here's what's trending at 7:31. Diesel prices are going up this morning, and analysts say the increase could change shipping and delivery costs for you.
Diesel prices in some areas of the Great Lakes now well beyond the $6 a gallon mark. In fact, some stations now in areas of the Great Lakes, including Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, and Wisconsin, are pushing closer to $7 for a gallon of diesel. Certainly, that is going to be very impactful the longer it sticks around.
Let's go Gas Buddies Patrick DeHaan. Some diesel prices in Indiana are north of $7 a gallon. 2 passengers evacuated from the cruise ship dealing with a hantavirus outbreak have now tested positive. One is an American who has no symptoms. The other, a French woman who was taken to the hospital in Paris. Her condition has worsened. Authorities say the American is being taken to the National Quarantine Unit at the University of Nebraska Medical Center. 3 deaths have been linked to the outbreak on the ship, which remains anchored off Spain's Canary Islands. The mid-decade congressional redistricting fights ahead of November's midterms are being read differently by each party as they size up the bigger picture.
California Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna said on Fox's The Sunday Briefing, the U.S. Supreme Court ruling weakening Voting Rights Act provisions is more alarming than any redrawing of lines.
This isn't about winning the House. We're going to win back the House anyway. This is about reversing some of the progress we made in the civil rights movement.
North Carolina Republican Congressman Richard Hudson told Fox there's GOP optimism because of the Virginia vote itself.
A state that, just elected a Democrat governor by 15 points was basically split.
Virginia Democrats say they'll appeal the state Supreme Court overturn to the U.S. Supreme Court.
That's Fox's Gernal Scott. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth says Pentagon leaders will review whether Senator Mark Kelly broke his oath by sharing classified information with the media. Kelly, an Arizona Democrat, astronaut, and Navy veteran, told Fox News on Sunday that with Iran, they're reducing stockpiles. Hegseth wrote on X that Kelly was talking publicly about classified briefing that he received. and the legal counsel took it into effect. Sports on WIBC at 7:34. The Indiana Pacers say their future is still strong despite losing their first-round pick to the LA Clippers. President of basketball operations Kevin Pritchard admits last year's trade, the one that cost them the pick, will draw plenty of judgment.
I'm okay with that. In life, I guess it's a little philosophical, but I never feel like you can slow play your way into success in this league. You have to swing, and I know people are going to be disappointed. Our top 7 or 8 players are still with us.
And the Pacers picked up Ivica Zubac and Kobe Brown from the Clippers in a deal that sent Ben Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson, and 2 future picks to LA because Indiana landed the number 5 pick in the lottery. Their protected 26 first-rounder fell outside the protection and then went to the LA Clippers. In the NBA playoffs, the Knicks are headed to the Eastern Conference Finals after sweeping the Philadelphia 76ers 144-114 in Game 4. It's their 7th straight playoff victory. They play either the Pistons or the Cavaliers out west. The Timberwolves even their series with the San Antonio Spurs at 2 games apiece after a 114-109 win. The Indiana Fever head out west for their first road trip of the year, playing the LA Sparks on Wednesday after falling in their season opener to the Dallas Wings here in Indianapolis. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:35. Traffic on the 5s. What's shaking, Matt Bear?
Good morning, Ryan. Looking at inbound 70 stop and go from Emerson Avenue to the North Split. That's a delay of 3 minutes. Eastbound 465 on the south side. Stop and go before 65 to Emerson Avenue. Inbound 70 slow. Emerson to the Split on the east side. Northbound 465 dragging from 70 up to East 56th Street. A 3-minute delay. North side inbound 69 stop and go 106 296, and then we drag 282nd. And on the northwest side, northbound 465 slows 86th Street up to 865. Then pockets of slows you make your way over to Meridian 31. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. This week, create the perfect backyard with the Grill and Palace at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Big Green Egg, Traeger, Napoleon, Yoder, Gosney, and accessories galore are in the Grill Palace at Sullivan's. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 47 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
Before dawn, no shots fired. A frontier fort changed hands in minutes. WIBC celebrates the spirit of 76. Brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. May 11th, 1775. The previous day, Ethan Allen and his Green Mountain Boys crossed Lake Champlain in the dark and reached New York's Fort Ticonderoga before sunrise. The British garrison, small and unprepared, surrendered without a fight. The fort held something the Continental Army desperately needed: dozens of cannons. Those guns would eventually be hauled overland to Boston, placed on Dorchester Heights, and force the British to abandon the city. It started here, before breakfast.
The spirit of 76. The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov and search for yourself, loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
Whenever I'm out a wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the Marketplace, for all the Star Wars geeks, this is for you. And when I call you geeks, understand that most people see that as a term of endearment. That's most people. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you during downtime, clearing my head, getting ready for what's next on this fantastic award-winning radio program. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. Cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff. There's all sorts of stuff on the Marketplace. The Marketplace segment brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your cash. Why don't you go get it? IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Fast, easy, free to use. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Text my name, Tony, to 46220 to get started. Oh, Matt Bear.
Yes, Tony.
Do you like the Star Wars?
Love it.
You like the Darth Vader and the Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia in the gold bikini?
Oh, my mercy. Grew up with all that. Yeah.
Right.
Fantastic.
So you grew up saying to yourself, man, if I only had a lightsaber.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, here you are, a grown man, and you can now have a series of them. But it's not the lightsaber. I want you to know that this entire post is a tease, because these aren't the lightsabers. These are just the hilts, the handles, and they are 3D printed, so they're not official. This guy made them. This geek made 3D printed cosplay display sabers. Singles are $35, double and larger are $49, top quality, and he does blasters and other movie memorabilia.
I didn't know you could do this with a 3D printer. I'm scared.
Well, you can do anything with a 3D printer. Okay. See producer Carl? 3D printed.
You can't grow food with it.
Yeah. You can't what?
Grow food.
Oh, sure you can.
Oh.
I could 3D print your oatmeal right now.
Here's a Chinese buffet courtesy of 3D printer.
Now, I'm telling you, he's been able to print these out. I guess they all look cool, but it's not going to light up or anything. It's just the hilts. I love the fact that in the main photo, you look at that main photo of all the different ones that he's got. Look over to the left.
Yeah.
That's a roll of toilet paper.
He made the toilet paper with his 3D printer.
No. That's something you cannot 3D print.
What? If we could 3D print toilet paper, there never would have been a toilet paper crisis.
If you could, you might be able to 3D print it, but you're not going to be able to 3D print the surgeon you're going to need to repair what happens after you use 3D printed toilet paper.
Hey, Tony,
no.
Look at the picture of his hand and his fingernail.
Where's you see that one?
To the nub.
Fungal.
Hold on.
Don't make fun of people's
that's not.
fungal.
Oh.
Wait, I don't have that.
Oh, someone needs a manicure.
You guys are awful.
I'm just saying.
What?
I'm saying that someone needs to take better care of their. Maybe you should have gotten the clear coat on that. Maybe.
What, his hands?
Well, he's playing with his lightsabers in the bathroom, apparently.
I don't think he's in the bathroom. And I would really appreciate it if you wouldn't use the expression playing with his lightsaber.
That's what they call it.
No, they don't. This is a man trying to sell his wares, and I don't appreciate you, Carl, one bit.
You're not getting this through the TSA. I know that.
Oh no! This is not getting through anything.
Excuse me, sir.
This is also not going to get girls through the door.
Well, if you just carry the briefcase without opening it, they'll be like, man, he's important.
Yeah.
He runs Tatooine.
With his lightsaber hilts.
Yeah.
$35 or $49. Are you in, Matt Bear?
No. Wow. I'll save my money and buy a 3D printer and make my own.
There you go.
About that.
There you go. This man's an artiste, but you're just going to make your own.
Well, you're saying he had fungal fingers. So.
All we're saying is it just needs a little bit of attention. Right? We don't worry about calluses. He works with his hands. I'm just with the nail. It just needs a buff.
Tomorrow on the marketplace, a pedicure and manicure.
We should all go get manicures.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, you're speaking to my metro side right there.
Yeah. I knew exactly what I was speaking to.
I'm in.
I've seen your shirts.
Woo!
I know there's a metro side. Of course. Everybody knew there was a metro side. It's the one thing everybody who listens to the show agrees with. Oh, Matt's got a metro side? Oh, yeah. Matt's definitely got a metro side. Which side is that? All the sides. All the sides are Matt's metro side.
I'm very manly. Thank you.
Yeah. No, you are. Are you wearing a thermal today?
Yes.
All right.
I'm going to go fix the toilet here in a minute.
Are you going to flex for the people watching on camera?
Oh, man, I strained myself.
Well,
right now I'm waving my hand in the air left and right.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you waving it around like you just don't care?
It's the only way to do it.
It's the only way to do it. This is listed there on the Facebook Marketplace. We'll have it at WIBC.com where we have all of the Facebook finds. And if you get this, let us know. Let us know if it was worth the money. Or did you just get a 3D printer and do it on your own? like Matt alleges he's going to do. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This week, get 30% off all patio furniture and create the perfect backyard with Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Wicker, Berlin Gardens, poly, cast aluminum, teak, and more. It's all ready for you at Sullivan's.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
This is Kevin at Reinhardt Heating and Cooling. If you have been told you need a major repair or replacement, call us for an honest second opinion.
317-745-4526. Reinhardt is your trusted local independent American Standard air dealer.
Pat Sullivan here with Michaelis owner Richard Michaelis. Richard, what are signs that your home is telling you there's something wrong?
Cracks, musty smells, sticking doors, pooling water. That can mean there could be a foundation issue or a basement crawl space issue. If you can see or smell something like this, call Michaelis for a free inspection.
Or maybe you just have a teenager hanging around. But if you do suspect there might be an issue, get peace of mind of knowing for sure. Remember, Michaelis offers a free inspection with no strings attached. Michaelis believes trust is earned, not demanded, so if work is needed, you don't pay until the work is done.
That's right, Pat. This is how we have earned the trust of Indiana for over 40 years. Whether it's sagging floors, moisture control, concrete repair, or a full crawl space encapsulation, you can count on Michaelis for repairs that last.
Water storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. 844-FIX-INDY. That's 844-FIX-INDY.
Traffic on the 5s, and Matt Bear is in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
Good morning, Tony. Looking at westbound 70 into downtown. This is a 4-minute delay. Emerson Avenue to the north split. Crash southeast side, Franklin Road at Fry. On the east side, northbound 465, stop and go from 70 up to East 56th Street for a 3-minute delay. North side, northbound 465, stop and go 86th Street up to 865, Macon East, dragging down to Meridian 31. South side, northbound 65, stop and go before Raymond Street up to Washington Street, a 4-minute delay because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. This week, get 30% off all patio furniture and create the perfect backyard with Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Wicker, Berlin Gardens, poly, cast aluminum, teak, and more are in stock and ready for you at Sullivan's. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
47 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
You've probably heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's not houses, cars, or anything like that. It's actually your money being held by the Indiana Attorney General's Office Unclaimed Property Division. We're talking forgotten wages, old bank accounts, refunds, insurance payouts, stock dividends, and more. Right now, nearly $1 billion is waiting to be claimed by Hoosiers just like you. Find out if some of it is yours. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today. It's fast, free, and easy.
You know Zero Res, the zero residue carpet cleaner that leaves your carpets truly clean with no dirt-attracting soaps or harsh chemicals. Don't risk it with the other guys. And skip the DIY jobs that leave carpets soaked for days and actually do more harm than good. Keep the mud outside where it belongs, not trapped in your carpets. This month, get 3 rooms of carpets zero resified starting at just $139. Call 317-388-5141. Visit ZeroResIndy.com. Ask for that WIBC special.
It's all happening at the 54th Annual One America Financial Foundation Broad Ripple Art Fair at the Indy Arts Center, May 16th and 17th. You'll find more than 180 artists from across the country, live music on multiple stages, and throughout the fair, fantastic food, local brews from Beer Brewery and Ash & Elm, along with activities for all ages. Back this year are lower prices, and one ticket gets you in the whole weekend. Gather your friends and get your tickets today at IndyArtCenter.org.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Here's the tale of Tina searching up and down for decent GLP-1s, but got spun around.
Till Good RX wrote in, hey, we got something new. GLP-1 prescriptions, all FDA approved.
Brand name meds, no flags that are red.
Clear pricing from the start. None of those hidden fees in your cart.
Delivered to your door or pick up same day. Darn tootin'.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Hotfoot it to goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Gear up for Tales from the Track, presented by Relay Indiana. Join Hammer and Nigel May 18th at Graham Rahal Performance for an unforgettable night with Bobby and Graham Rahal. It's your inside pass to racing greatness. Get your tickets now at WIBC.com.
I'm so happy to be here tonight. So glad to be in your wonderful city. And I have a little message for you.
I'll get into President Trump's trip to China and the possibility of it being canceled. All because of Iran. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. But first, let's keep it close to home. And this piece from Dave Bangert, who I like quite a bit. It's not that we always agree, but I think that as a journalist, I think he was with the Indy Star. And now he does his own thing based in Lafayette.com. I like him. I think he's a legit guy, even when I disagree with him. And he's been writing about the Spencer Deary race. Right? So this was against Paula Copenhaver. This was one of the seats targeted regarding redistricting. This is District 23. And he's asking the question, did these crossover votes save Spencer Deary? And this is a story about how Democrats took a Republican ballot and voted for Deary to keep him from being removed in the primary by Republican voters. As of his writing of this, which was just yesterday, it's a 4-vote spread. He's winning by 4 votes. It would be because there were Democrats who, when they walked into their polling place and you had a choice of which ballot to pick, they picked the Republican ballot over the Democrat ballot to turn the tide of this election. Now, for all of us who went voting in this primary, I walked in, I did show an ID. I appreciate that they checked. Everyone should check ID. And anybody who doesn't believe in voter ID to vote, well, those are people who favor cheating and favor fraud. They're terrible people, and you shouldn't vote for them or anybody they suggest. But there it was. It was a little iPad. And there on the iPad, you could have selected Republican Party or Democrat Party. There were no other options. There wasn't an other. There wasn't, I'm sorry. I thought this was the Weinstein bat mitzvah. There were no other options for anybody. These are the picks. I could have picked the Democrat ballot. It seems that what Democrats did seems, based on the reporting of Dave Bangert, is they engaged a good old-fashioned Rush Limbaugh Operation Chaos. Producer Carl, you remember the Operation Chaos?
Absolutely, I do.
That's what they did. Tell me I'm off base here. They said they're going to jump in. They're going to push in a different direction. They'll grab a Republican ballot. They'll create all sorts of holy heck. This is one of the things Rush was discussing years ago. Rest his soul. And gone too soon. That's what happened. That's what they did. My point to you, as frustrating as this is going to be to you, is don't get angry about it. Ask yourself what you're going to do about it. Barack Obama is very, very famous for the line when people are booing about talking about a Republican or a Republican position, don't boo, vote. And the truth is, it's actually the only thing he has ever said that probably makes any sense politically. Because it is about how you channel the disapproval, the disgust, and in some cases, the rage. You're infuriated by these people. What do you do about it? Well, let's start by making sure they don't get power. Don't vote for them in national races. Don't vote for them in local races. Don't vote for them for school board. Show up to your local school board meetings. Remind those progressives that they're not in charge of your kids. That's how you do this. That's how you do this in a civil society. You don't engage in terrorizing. You don't engage in violence. The left does that. I do believe in defending yourself. Buy guns, buy ammo, get trained. Don't be apologizing. Don't be ashamed, and do it again tomorrow. But don't get angry when a political process works. Seems to have worked. You should read the piece based in Lafayette.com. Now, it could lead to Hoosiers saying, you know what? You register for a party, that's the ballot you get. We don't allow these things to happen here. That could happen. We should discuss whether or not we want that to be the case. In a primary, of course, general's general. We should discuss whether that should be the case in a primary. Republicans vote for Republican candidates and Democrats vote for Democratic candidates, and independents and libertarians, I guess, are screwed. I don't know how that works. We can discuss it. Don't get angry. Don't get angry when you lose a fight that people you adored pushed for. Matt Barris, traffic.
Westbound 70 delayed 4 minutes. Arlington Avenue to the north split. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. This week, create the perfect backyard with the Grill Palace at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Big Green Egg, Traeger, Napoleon, Yoder, Gosney, and accessories galore are in the Grill Palace at Sullivan's. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
It's race month in Indianapolis and everything is about speed. So why are your gutters still sitting there clogged, slow, and going nowhere fast? Hey, Pat Sullivan here, and I've got a deal that's got more horsepower than turn one at the track. Right now, Gutter Helmet is offering $500 off your gutter helmet installation of 150 linear feet or more. That's your fast track to never cleaning gutters again. Clogged gutters don't fast track water away from your home. They just cause damage, mess, and headaches. Gutter Helmet does the job, rain or shine, all 4 seasons. And the best part? No high-pressure sales, just a free estimate from a family-owned business with 40 years and 3 generations of keeping indie homes protected. But this checkered flag deal won't last long. Restrictions apply, so race in for savings today. Call 800-5HELMET or visit gutterhelmetindy.com. Gutter Helmet, protect your home and retire that ladder for good.
The exterior of your home says a lot about the owner. What you're saying about you. Here's a hint. If you've got faded siding, peeling paint, or a color that makes you think of shag carpets and 25-cent gas, your house may be the talk of the neighborhood, but not in a good way. A refreshing new look is more than just slapping on a new coat of paint. It's getting the look exactly right with flawless prep, protective coatings, clean lines, smooth finishes, and 0 headaches. Not every old painting company can do that. Spartan can. They prep it, protect it, and paint it right the first time. Spartan will also match or beat the price of those corporate painting chains. And every project is covered by a 7-year warranty. You'll get peace of mind along with a boost in curb appeal. Your house will be saying all the right things about you. Spartan also handles commercial jobs as well as residential. Google Spartan Construction or call 317-649-5266 to get started on the new look your home deserves. Spartan Construction Group, painting exteriors, transforming impressions.
You love spring and indies, so don't spend it painting. Do what your neighbor Mike did. He called Rhino Shield.
Our home is basically a contemporary, and we just started noticing that the paint was just fading and just looked like garbage. We had received a postcard from Rhino Shield, and we decided to take a look at it.
Rhino Shield's formulated for our specific climate here in Indiana.
The process with Rhino Shield and their crew, they were just very conscientious. We had problems in the past with painters. They leave debris and everything. Well, we didn't have that with Rhino Shield.
Way better than paint, backed by a 25-year warranty. Right now, get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
The thing about Rhino Shield, the heat gain has been reduced, and we save $70 a month. You don't hear that about any type of paint.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
If you want to look your best for the race, get yourself to PA Jewelers in Brownsburg. An incredible collection of diamonds, gemstone, gold, and of course, everything you need for the race. Race-inspired earrings, pendants, rings, black diamonds, checkered patterns, an incredible selection that'll make you ready for the race and the envy of your friends. Plus the Al Unser Jr. Signature Series watches. Yes, Lil Al shops there, and so do I. 3750 South Green Street in Brownsburg. Easy to get to from the track. Online at pajewelers.jewelry. That's pajewelers.jewelry.
Your home is more than where you live. It's your biggest investment. And at B Window, we help protect it. Upgrade to high-performance windows and doors designed to increase your home's value while dramatically reducing energy costs year after year. With 0% financing for up to 2 years, upgrading your home can be completely worry-free. Plus, for a limited time, buy any product, get the second at 50% off. Schedule your free in-home consultation at bwindow.com. Trust local, trust your home to be.
Trust me.
Coming up in 2 minutes on this Monday morning, what's prompted the closure of several labs on the campus of IU Bloomington and what Muncie police are saying about a triple shooting. Those stories after Fox News. From the Price Point Comfort Mitsubishi Electric Studios, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It is 8 o'clock.
They could be quarantined in Nebraska up to 42 days. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The 17 Americans and British national who lives here landed early this morning in Omaha after being evacuated from the cruise ship that had a hantavirus outbreak. One tested positive. Another is showing symptoms. But acting CDC Director Jay Bhattacharya tells CNN State of the Union this is not like COVID.
And we don't want to treat it like COVID. We don't want to cause a public panic over this. We want to treat it with the hantavirus protocols that we're successful in containing outbreaks in the past.
Currently, 6 states are monitoring people who had recently traveled on the ship. The passengers who disembarked yesterday in the Spanish Canary Islands were sprayed with a disinfectant. They were met with personnel in protective gear.
Other passengers being flown to other countries, and one from France has symptoms that are worsening. Fox's Alex Hogan also reports
These symptoms could present as fever, muscle aches, headaches, and fatigue, although it can become deadly within about a week with a 35 to 40% mortality rate. 3 people have died since the outbreak began.
There's still no deal to end the Iran conflict. President Trump rejected a counter-proposal.
Iran's state broadcaster posting details of its response, which President Trump called unacceptable. Quote, the necessity for the U.S. to pay war damages to Iran, recognition of Iran's sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz, end of U.S. sanctions.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson is in Dubai the day after another ship was attacked as the U.S. keeps a blockade around Iran's ports.
In addition to that cargo ship being attacked yesterday here in the Emirates, the UAE was attacked for the 4th time in the past week after Iran launched a pair of drones here. The defense ministry says both were shot down.
The price of oil is up more than 2%. At the gas pump, no change today. AAA's national average for regular still $4.52 per gallon. It has spiked up in the conflict. Analyst Triple Lundberg says prices could rise more with more demand.
It won't be as robust as usual because people can't buy as much because of the high prices. But it will rise. It always rises in spring and summer.
America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
What they say could help them catch a killer. Your radar is clear in downtown Indianapolis to start this work week Monday morning, 46 degrees. We'll warm up to about 72. Good morning. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. At least 5 weekend shootings were reported across Indianapolis in a 2-day span from Saturday to Sunday that left 2 people dead. IMPD says the latest shooting led to a brief standoff last night and an arrest. Police are also asking for help in solving a killing that happened late Saturday on 10th and Shadeland.
These days it's technology. Even if you're 2 blocks away from where something happened, if you could just check your door cameras,
Because a lot of times you'll get a car driving by or you'll get a person running by that you don't even think is involved at all. But when you put those pieces together with other video that other people have from their doorbell cameras, we can put together a trail.
IMPD Captain John Arvin says that person that was shot that died at 10th and Shadeland died at the hospital. An Indianapolis officer who was shot Friday was released from the hospital on Saturday. IMPD Chief Tanya Terry says the shooting is just a reminder of the dangers Indianapolis cops face every single day. A woman is dead after a triple shooting in Muncie Sunday night. 2 men were taken to hospitals, one flown to Indianapolis in really critical condition, the other listed in stable condition. A person was arrested with the help of a retired Muncie police officer who was nearby. Police still don't know what led up to that shooting. Federal activity this morning, and an IU Bloomington lab has closed a biology space. Jake McDaniel reports.
The United States Department of Agriculture is working in these 6 rooms. The agency inspects meat, poultry, and egg products and food before it reaches stores and restaurants. IU leaders sent a letter to the school's biology lab saying those rooms will be closed. IU's labs were investigated not long ago because a Chinese postgraduate student smuggled plasmid DNA derived from E. coli. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
An employee with the city of Carmel is on administrative leave. Jarrett Lewis with that story.
A spokesperson for the city says an administrator has been placed on leave without pay while there's an investigation into an assault that happened in downtown Indianapolis. A video of the incident was posted on Thursday. It shows a man going up to 2 people after they shouted "Free Palestine" at a large group walking across Massachusetts Avenue and punching one of them in the head at least 7 times. A police report has been filed with the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
If you're a Pacers fan, it was tough to watch the NBA draft lottery as the Pacers went without a first-round pick because of statistical odds and just bad luck.
Disappointed because this is a great draft. Everybody says, well, why didn't you protect it a lot deeper? Unfortunately, we weren't able to. That was the vig for us to get Zoo.
Indiana Pacers president of basketball operations, Kevin Pritchard, as for what the fans think.
I mean, hopefully we can make the playoffs, win the division, because Zubac is like an elite center. I mean, hopefully this trade will be worth it in the end.
We're gonna still get back together. We got Halliburton coming back next year, and we're gonna be all good.
They got that first round, you know, could have been an exciting future for them. I think they've got a good shot at it next year still.
And this all stems from Ivica Zubac's trade with the LA Clippers that sent Ben Mathurin away from Indiana and brought the big center here. I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level, on the go, and at WIBC.com on a Monday morning. Traffic on the 5s, 8:05. What's up, Matt Bear?
Good morning, Ryan. Looking at westbound 70 at Hendricks County, and that road work is mostly cleared up. The traffic has cleared out as well. Southeast side, southbound 465, stop and go from Washington Street down to I-74. Eastbound 70 slows into the south split from West Street. South side, northbound 65 tight from Raymond Street up to Washington Street. That's a 4-minute delay. East side, northbound 465, stop and go after I-70 up to East 56th Street, a 4-minute delay. Inbound 69, slow, 106th Street to 465. On the north side, eastbound 465, stop and go around Michigan Road, and then you're slow over to Meridian 31. Traffic sponsored by Saya. When you see a Saya truck, that's 100 years of yes in motion. Yes to simpler freight and logistics nationwide and beyond. Saya, it's a yes. Visit SAIA.com to learn more. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Amber Hardwick, Fox 59 meteorologist. What are we feeling today?
Well, we're going to have plenty of sunshine today, so it looks awesome out. It'll be comfortable and dry throughout the day. A breeze out of the west-northwest running 6 to 12 miles per hour. High at 71. Mostly clear, cool, and quiet overnight. Temperatures will fall into the lower to mid-40s, taking a low near 46 in Indianapolis with a light breeze out of the east. For tomorrow, several dry hours. There will be added clouds by the late afternoon as temperatures rise near 76 degrees. Rain chances are going to creep back in by tomorrow evening and overnight, and we will have a shower chance into Wednesday morning.
That is Amber Hardwick with the story right there, Fox 59. That's where to check her out. Thank you, Amber. 48 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:07. So the president is heading to China. Supposed to be there in just a couple of days. Wait, is that today? No, 2 days from now. That's it. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. There's a possibility he cancels the trip. There's a large possibility this goes away. This could be a conversation about tariffs. This could be a conversation about rare earth minerals. This could be a conversation about Taiwan. And of course, Iran is going to be the top story. It's supposed to be trade. It's not going to be trade. It's going to be Iran. Now, there's a lot of conversation about the fact that this is not going to work. This trip is not going to create any level of success. As a matter of fact, this trip is wholly and totally unnecessary. Because China has to come out and say, we don't support what the Iranian regime is doing. We absolutely want the Strait open, and we're with you in trying to open the Strait. Oh, and by the way, we're not going to buy any more of the sanctioned oil, which they've been buying. It's very hard to say we're being, hard on Iran, and we're going to change these things and make it better when it's China that's working to undercut you. And so that's why there's a question of whether or not anything will come out of this. Now, there's another argument to be made, right? Counter, which is maybe you won't come to deals, but at least you're talking, and that's better than not, because you can't not talk to these people. You have to deal with the reality that is China. I think you have to deal with the reality that is China. And while you're talking to them and you're glad-handing and doing all the things and smiling, you are encouraging every single industry to move its production out of China and slowly economically strangle that country until they are quite simply dead. That's exactly what you do. You keep moving in levels of triangulation to keep them from having any levels of opportunity for growth. You take their oil away out of Venezuela. You take their Western Hemisphere connections away out of Cuba. And you take their oil away out of Iran. And then you look at them and say, so we're going to make a deal? Oh, no? Okay, maybe next time. The argument that others like to make is that China has us over a barrel. I put forth to you that Americans won't be happy when they no longer are able to buy cheap Chinese goods. But China needs our market. China wants to get paid back on American debt. China wants. Best of luck. While you have a growing citizenry that doesn't have jobs, that was sold the lie of communism and may get uppity. Now, this is the story out of Russia. Story out of Russia is everybody knows this war is a farce with Ukraine. It's cost outrageous numbers of lives and an outrageous amount of money. Their life isn't better. It's getting worse. And maybe, just maybe, everybody's had enough of Putin's crap. I'm hoping that that is the case. I want that to be the case. And as for this story out of Carmel, the story, and you heard Ryan Hedrick talking about this, where you've got this employee that's been placed on unpaid leave. He assaulted a guy in downtown Indy because the guy is yelling Free Palestine. Now, yelling Free Palestine is the same thing as yelling Kill Jews. You don't like it, I don't care. It is true. Now, I should say that differently. For the people who don't like it, I don't care. You may not be bothered by the truth at all. I shouldn't be angry with you, and I'm not. But the people who can't accept the fact that yelling Free Palestine, yelling from the river to the sea, that's what they're saying. It is what they're saying. I can't stop people from saying stupid things. I can't stop people from yelling stupid things. And since what they're yelling is Free Palestine, I know what they mean. But there is no Palestine, so let's talk about how unbelievably dumb they are. But that's not the point, is it? Can't walk around punching people. Can't walk around punching people. The problem with this and the video that's out there, I don't see what happened before. Did something happen before? Was there an attack before? Was there another confrontation before? I don't know. You can't just punch people because they yell something you don't like. If you could punch people for yelling something you don't like, you know how many people would beat up Hammer Nigel every single day? Can't do that. Can't do it even if you want to do it. Can't do it. So whatever's going to happen to this guy, Joshua Kirsch, is going to happen. If there's more to the story, we're going to bring it to you here. If you're yelling Free Palestine, chances are you're not somebody I want to know. Probably those people are pretty disgusting people. But doesn't mean you get to hit them. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This summer, don't just dream it, do it. Right now, Financial Center is offering home equity lines of credit with no closing costs, so you can bring your plans to life without the upfront expense. Upgrade your space, tackle big projects, or take control of high-interest debt, all with flexible access to your home's equity through your local credit union. Start now at fcfcu.com/equity. That's fcfcu.com/equity. Subject to underwriting guidelines. Not all will qualify. Offer subject to change. See website for terms and conditions. Equal housing opportunity.
What if the reason you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, or mentally drained isn't just in your head, but what's actually being overlooked in your body? Join us for the free Holistic Integration online seminar, A Holistic Guide to Mental Health, Wednesday, May 20th at 6 p.m. Discover how a whole body approach can create real lasting change by getting to the root cause of what's actually driving your anxiety, stress, and fatigue. You'll hear from Dr. Robert Prather, host of the Voice of Health Radio.
We're going to stimulate the body to heal so that it can handle the stress. We can actually do this in a natural type of way. So we're getting the body healthy again.
The free Holistic Integration online seminar, Wednesday, May 20th at 6 p.m. Those who attend will receive a free acupuncture session to help calm the nervous system and support overall mental wellness. Learn more and register on our website at thevoiceofhealthradio.com.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear is in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
Yeah, and Tony, looking at westbound 70, stop and go traffic from Emerson Avenue into the North Split. South side northbound 65, slow through the construction before Raymond up to Washington. Eastbound 70, stop and go West Street to the South Split. Inbound 69, a little bit of slow before and after 96. Northbound 465 east side, slow after 70 up to Penn Pike. Eastbound 465, stop and go from 865 over to Michigan Road, then a pocket of slow as you make your way out to Meridian 31. Crash East 56th Street at Ralston Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Foundation Service, your local experts in basement waterproofing and foundation repair. Book your free inspection now, indianafoundation.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
47 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:15.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Hi, Tommy Rouse for Tom Rouse Lincoln. In Indy, May is the time to race into savings, so start your engines. Right now, it's employee pricing for everyone. You pay what we pay on all new Lincolns in stock. That means thousands in savings on luxury you deserve, like the Lincoln Navigator, Aviator, and Nautilus. And we're racing to get your trade top dollar, no matter the make or model. Tom Rouse Lincoln in Fisher, where our family has been serving yours since 1972.
Available on the purchase or lease of an eligible new 2025 or 2026 Lincoln vehicle. 2025 Corsair and Nautilus excluded. See dealer for complete offer details.
This hour is powered by Reinhardt Heating and Cooling, your American Standard Air dealer in Hendricks County.
We discussed Lilly, Eli Lilly. You've seen pictures. More than $20 billion of investment into the state of Indiana since 2020. Another $4.5 billion into the LEAP district. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. And I said clearly, the Indiana wouldn't be the same without Lilly. I mean, just the Lilly Foundation alone. But even with that, you take a look at $20+ billion worth of investment, you realize it should have been more. And they would be a lot more celebrated if LEAP hadn't been so poorly rolled out as it was, as an insult to not only Boone County, but to a lot of Hoosiers. Gary Dick joins me right now from InsideIndianaBusiness.com on the Twitter X at IIB. And, it is, Gary, it is an absolutely huge amount of money. But I would argue that amongst the people, amongst the populace, Lilly still has a reputational issue for how LEAP was rolled out. Talk about the investment and talk about whether or not Lilly thinks they've got any level of PR issue.
Yeah, I think a couple of things on that, Tony. Number one, the investment, as you suggest, is massive. I mean, it really is. You mentioned $20 billion since 2020 has been invested here in Indiana alone. $18 billion at the LEAP district, which is becoming one of the world's largest and most intense, really, pharmaceutical campus. Really will be transformational for that area. Actually, Tony, yesterday, Lilly celebrated its 150th birthday. So a little trivia for you there. 150 years old. But the LEAP district, it certainly has been a center of controversy for a number of reasons. Among them, concerns about water and energy usage, those types of things, which I think been a number of studies done that have, in some quarters, alleviated concerns about that, at least for the time being. So, the rollout, you can argue and go back and forth on that. And certainly there are people in Boone County specifically close to that project that are not pleased with it. But it is becoming and will become really a global life sciences hub for Indiana.
I can understand the future, right? And I'm not opposed to it. And this is really a conversation about growth versus no growth. And we do have people in Indiana, we do have Hoosiers who are not in favor of the growth. But this is a project that was started under Holcomb, but you could argue thought process was even started maybe in the early days of Holcomb first term or even before that. What is the plan now when you take a look at what LEAP is doing? You talk about it being, on a world stage. Is this now providing other opportunities to do a LEAP-like thing in the Muncie area, to do a LEAP-like thing north of Fort Wayne or down in Jeffersonville? Is there any desire, any appetite from anyone anywhere to emulate this project?
Yeah, it's a great question, Tony. And I think initially that was the plan. The whole idea for LEAP came from Indiana's inability to attract mega projects because they didn't have the land assembled to do it. And so the concept or the idea was to put together these large parcels of land that could attract major investments. The Intel investment that went to Ohio, I think, was kind of the impetus for this. There's an area up in the South Bend area that is kind of emulated after the LEAP idea. I don't think there's an appetite, certainly in the current administration, to follow this type of model. However, as you look at these big projects, that's what many are looking for. These big mega projects are looking for large parcels of land that can be assembled or put together on a rather quick basis. So, but in terms of additional investment, again, transformational for that central Indiana, but in particular Boone County in that area, because you look at the LEAP Lilly investment, and then on top of that, Meta is investing $10 billion in a data center project there as well. But the vendors and suppliers and ancillary businesses that will pop up in that vicinity, in that area, stretching out a number of miles, are going to be substantial, not to mention the connection between that Lilly campus and the Purdue campus in West Lafayette and back down to 16 Tech as well.
It is always those tertiary businesses. It's always the things that grow around it. That's how you know whether or not something is success, in my view. Talking to Gary Dick, inside IndianaBusiness.com, on the Twitter X at IIB. Let's bring it over to college sports. Big Ten crosses $1 billion in revenue. Of course, we host so much of what the Big Ten does right here in Indianapolis. To what extent is Indy a player in making that happen, and what does it mean for our Big Ten schools?
Yeah, a number of things on that, Tony. As you mentioned, the Big Ten joins the SEC with $1 billion plus in revenue. That means even bigger distributions, bigger payouts for Big Ten conference schools. I think the number is $60 to $80 million annually. That goes into the coffers of athletic departments and schools around the Big Ten. The Big Ten, obviously, there's a media rights arms race, if you will, more and more money being thrown at these TV deals that go to the conferences. It will affect, obviously, schools like Purdue and IU. It's a different landscape competitively, not just regarding NIL and the athletes, but as you look at the competition for Big Ten tournaments, events. Indianapolis, I think, objectively, you could say, is a king when it comes to hosting these kinds of events. But the competition, as the Big Ten Conference has expanded to the West with UCLA and USC and Washington, et cetera, the Big Ten basketball tournament is going to be held in Las Vegas, believe it or not, in a couple of years. So the competition for these events is very intense, and it's not going to cease anytime soon.
Yeah, just so we're clear, I'm putting down my marker now. The Big Ten will regret it. Big Ten will regret it. Look, Vegas is fun. Don't get me wrong, but Vegas has gotten way too expensive. A bottle of water is $7. Everything is an extra charge here, there, and everywhere. I attend usually the large cigar show, the Premium Cigar Association trade show, which was forever in Vegas, and which the last couple of years it's been in New Orleans, and people were excited about it going to New Orleans because it's a less expensive city, and they're tired of what Vegas is charging. I have been desperate for the convention center to allow us to do it here, but they won't allow the cigar smoking indoors. They're nuts. This is the perfect city for this cigar convention and the thousands of retailers that show up. Midwest, easy to get to. All of them spenders. All of them spenders. They just don't want to have to be abused. And when people start going to Vegas for something like this, if there are 3 other events, hotel rooms are going to be impossible. The restaurants are going to be impossible. They're going to spend way too much money, and they're going to come back. Going to Vegas is a mistake when you have Indianapolis right here. The question, Gary Dick, is can you help me convince the convention center to allow cigar smoking for a 3-day event?
I like it, too. I like you put together a nice argument. I mean, you really do. I do like that, and I don't disagree with it. I don't disagree with what you said about Vegas as well, because you look at the vibe, the atmosphere of the Big Ten basketball or football championship as well. There are a lot of families that come to those events, and it's a whole weekend event. I think it's going to be Las Vegas is a great big event town and an entertainment town. But it's a different kind of vibe, I think. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
It's way different. The answer is no, it doesn't work. This is better. This is way better. Much better. Tremendously better. Also, if I could get some help bringing that cigar conference here, that'd be great. Thank you. Thank you very much. Gary Dick.
Duly noted.
Inside IndianaBusiness.com. I appreciate it. Matt Baer has got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
Yeah, Tony, looking at westbound 70s time ago. Sherman Drive into the north split delay 2 minutes. South side construction delay before Raymond Street up to Washington on northbound. That's going to be a 2-minute delay. Crash just over the Hancock County line, and this is at US 52 to the east of Carroll Road 800, and it looks like it's affecting both directions here at the moment. Eastbound 465 on the north side, stop and go from Michigan Road 231 Meridian. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. This week, create the perfect backyard with the Grill Palace at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Big Green Egg, Traeger, Napoleon, Yoder, Ghazni, and accessories galore are in the Grail Palace at Sullivan's. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Headlines, politics, markets, and controversy. They all fade away for Mom. Hey, it's Casey wishing all the mothers happy Mother's Day. We'll catch you back here Monday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
I'm with Amy Buchanan, practice manager, and Bruce Goldberg, president of Rivers Bend PC, who depend heavily on Applied Innovations managed IT services and telephony products.
We get laptop computers, desktop computers. They also handle our firewall, our internet here. Even our telephone system is through them as well.
Applied Innovation has become very important to your business.
I think that Applied Innovation is one of the best out there, to be honest. I don't have to try and figure things out myself. I feel like I have a team over there that I can work with to get things resolved quickly and efficiently.
Bruce, how has Applied Innovation brought benefit to Rivers Bend?
The benefit to us is that we're able to focus on our core business. So since we've switched over to Applied Innovation, we've really just been able to focus on doing what we do best and let them do what they do best.
Applied Innovation. Office technology made simple from a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
250 years of American spirit, 500 miles of unforgettable history. The Indianapolis 500 is coming, kittens. You're going to hear it right here on WIBC. And you're going to want tickets because tickets, hard to come by. We've got the tickets. The 110th running of the Indianapolis 500 presented by Gamebridge. And we have got the tickets. 2 tickets to the 110th running of the fourth caller. Number 4, 317-239-9393. You get the tickets to the Indianapolis 500. I've got 2 tickets. You can get the 2 tickets. 317-239-9393. The fourth caller is going to the Indianapolis 500 presented by Gamebridge. And, of course, heard right here, starting at 6 a.m. with the pre-race and then the greatest race call in all of sports will happen starting at 11, and they'll bring you right into the race right here on 93.1 FM WIBC. Call now. Get your tickets.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
Hi, I'm Adam Swain with Swainco Crawl Space and Basement Repair. When it's your home, it's never just a repair. It's where your kids grow up, where holidays happen, where life happens. That's why Indiana families have trusted Swainco Crawl Space and Basement Repair. Because we're a family-owned, real, local Indiana company. We're not a franchise. We're not a corporation. So the next time you have a crawl space, basement, or foundation issue, call the real, local Indiana experts. Swainco, 317-407-1868 or SwaincoLLC.com.
Tackle his and hers home projects with a home equity line of credit from Lake City Bank. Use as much as you need it. Learn more at lakecitybank.com/HELOC or visit a branch near you. Subject to credit approval, equal housing lender, NMLS number 431669.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
He won't be there for long. Clear radar in downtown Indianapolis, and we're at 50 degrees this morning. We'll warm steadily to 71. Good Monday morning. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31. President Trump will be in China on Wednesday to meet with President Xi Jinping in Beijing. He's scheduled to be in the country for 2 days.
But in that short period of time, the White House is hoping to show a lot of progress on a number of different fronts. Iran is likely to dominate the agenda as China has both political and economic interests in the Middle East. As the Wall Street Journal points out, President Xi also wants the fighting to stop as Middle East turmoil restricts China's oil supply and shrinks the country's ability to buy Chinese goods.
Fox's Mark Meredith. The two leaders are also expected to discuss trade and tariffs. Several CEOs will be invited with President Trump to meet with Xi Jinping in China. President Trump is also hosting a maternal health care event at the White House today, one day after his administration launched moms.gov, a site offering resources for expectant mothers. Later on in the day, he'll welcome the national champion IU Hoosier football team. After President Trump criticized leaders in Tehran over the weekend for rejecting the latest U.S. peace proposal. Gas prices may increase. That's according to Patrick DeHaan at Gas Buddy.
This coming week, we'll likely see a bit of a jump in many states across the country. The national average could reach a new multi-year high. It could jump to $4.65 a gallon in the next few days.
DeHaan says diesel in the Great Lakes region is running anywhere from $6 to $7 a gallon this morning, which increases shipping costs for you, like food and deliveries from Amazon, things of that nature. The Hoosier gas average for regular unleaded, if you're driving a regular car this morning, $4.35. The national average is $4.52. Several passengers from a cruise ship dealing with hantavirus outbreak are now back in the U.S. as the number of cases rise.
A French traveler and American have tested positive. Another American currently has mild symptoms. As of this morning, the 17 Americans are back on U.S. soil. 2 of them traveled in the plane's biocontainment unit. The passengers will be transported to the National Quarantine Unit at the University of Nebraska Medical Center, and each individual will undergo clinical assessments. They will receive care based on their conditions. That's according to the Department of Health and Human Services.
Fox's Alex Hogan reporting. A new Indianapolis 500 exhibit opens Sunday at the Evansville Museum of Arts, History, and Science. The exhibit, called 500 Miles to Go, features a 1953 Kuzma race car on loan from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum, along with helmets, uniforms, and other memorabilia in the race's history. Sports on WIBC at 8:34. The Indiana Pacers president of basketball operations apologized Sunday after a disappointing NBA draft lottery where the team learned it wouldn't have a first-round pick in this year's draft because the selection was previously traded to the LA Clippers.
My heart was beating like it was Game 7. And to those people, I'm sorry. I can promise you at the end of the day, we're going to be an organization that figures it out. We're very resourceful. Our future still looks good.
And the Pacers finished the season at 19-63, which gave them the second to worst record in the NBA. They ended up just 2 games ahead of the Washington Wizards, who have the first pick in this year's draft. The first day of practice for Indy 500 is tomorrow. Gates open at 10. Qualifying for the greatest spectacle in racing is set for this weekend. And the Indiana Fever head out west for their first road trip of the season, taking on the LA Sparks Wednesday after losing Saturday to the Dallas Wings at home. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. What you watching, Matt Bear?
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at the south side, northbound 65 stop and go from Raymond Street up to Washington. Inbound 70 delayed 5 minutes, Emerson Avenue into the north split. East side northbound 465 slow after 70 up to Penn Pike. Pike Township, northbound 65 slow from West 71st up to 86. North side, eastbound 465 stop and go from Michigan Road to Meridian Street, a 5-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. This week, get 30% off all patio furniture and create the perfect backyard with Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Wicker, Berlin Gardens, polycast, aluminum, teak, and more. They're all in stock and ready for you at Sullivan's. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
48 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
Spring is here. Feeling exhausted with no sex drive? It may be time to head to Low T Center.
Book a free testosterone test at Low T Center and see if you qualify for TRT customized to you. LowTCenter.com. Book your appointment today.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Like our original gold-rimmed Bluebell homemade vanilla, the country's gold standard of ice cream flavors since 1969. Its hand-cranked taste takes you back to simpler times. That's why we put the word home right on the carton.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at your local grocer and pick up your favorite flavor today.
This week, create the perfect backyard with the Grill Palace at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Big Green Egg, Traeger, Napoleon, Yoder, Gosney, and accessories galore are all in the Grill Palace at Sullivan's.
It's time to fill up on the news, presented by Simple Quarters. Need to sell your home without the hassle? Sell your home to people you can trust. Call Simple Quarters, 317-900-HOME, 317-900-HOME. Dow futures are down 36 and NASDAQ futures are down 39. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. You've got oil back up, $97.98 a barrel on the West Texas crude. Brent crude over 100 again at 104. This because the president said, I don't know what the Iranians are thinking with their response to our deal, but forget that. The Iranians want reparations. They want to get paid for getting their butts kicked. It's classic. It's classic for them. There's no deal to be made. We've said it before. We'll say it again. I think the president is saying it. We're just now wasting time. Are we wasting time for the president to be in China to engage in more attacks? Is this to be able to look Xi Jinping in the eye and say, we're going to ruin these people and you're never going to get any oil. So what do you want to do? Although they shouldn't be getting the oil anyway because they're getting the sanctioned oil. We will see if this trip even takes place. Remember, it's on until it's not. The president is supposed to be in China on the 13th. 10-year Treasury at 4.386. That still is in that number. That number has not really gone away since the war began. We were under 4% before the war began. And that is, of course, going to keep houses from selling. And this is the selling season. Gold, spot price, we are at $4,696 an ounce on the gold. That is down. Silver is at $83 an ounce. So that went up last week and is still staying right where it is. Bitcoin, $81,124. We don't lie to each other. We know what's going on. We know this is going to increase the costs here, there, and everywhere, and we know that we're going to start feeling it. What we don't know is when this is going to end. And there could be something else said by Trump today that brings these prices down. And yet, I still remind that when we take a look at data, even these oil prices, even these gas prices, because that's what people would go to first, it isn't having this radical effect on the midterms, something that you would think would happen. As a matter of fact, there's a very interesting bit of data from the Cook Political Report. The Cook Political Report shows the numbers for Democrats and Republicans in the House race. So this is the House race for 2026. According to Cook Political, solid Democrat is 185, likely Democrat is 11, and leans Democrat is 12, right? That gives you 208 seats. For Republicans, you've got 187 solid, you have 17 likely, and you have 5 lean. That's 209. I did the math, right? That's 209. That puts 18 seats as toss-up. We don't know what's going to happen. That does not scream Democrats own this thing. You mean oil prices can be over $4 a gallon and Democrats don't own this thing? We could be at war and Democrats don't own this thing? That's insane. I'm starting to think that more and more of this reporting, I shouldn't say starting to think, I do think, this reporting about Democrats being out of control, the Democrats being in disarray, what we have heard from young Democrats in Wisconsin, how angry they are about the redistricting in Virginia, where they have lost that court battle and they are losing the fight because of this decision by the Supreme Court, Louisiana v. Calais versus Calais. They're in a bad spot. And they are lashing out in large, large ways. Now, please don't count them out. They are devious. Devious, especially when you hear about what they're trying to do in Virginia. I'll have that story on Tony Katz today at noon. But with everything going on, the numbers still put Republicans well into the thick of things. Well into the thick of things. Interesting. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Sunshine, storms, tornadoes, maybe snow. Sometimes all in the same week. Spring in Indiana. Good news. The Weather Authority just arrived.
Storms begin to develop off towards the west. They're going to ride in for the evening rush hour.
The entire Fox 59 team are now part of 93 WIBC with Indiana's most accurate forecast when Indiana's weather is anything but predictable. The Weather Authority, now on 93 WIBC. Stay in the know while you're on the go.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like your neighbor Jerry.
When we first started looking for different options, we went to the internet. We did choose Galaxy, and definitely happy that we did. We first had our front porch and our pool deck done. Decided we loved it so much, we had them out about 10, 11 months later to finish up and do our back porch.
Commercial or residential, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
The crews at Galaxy were great. They actually cared about my property, very punctual, knowledgeable, and just a great group of workers.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings works for any area like patios, garage floors, driveways, and around pools.
I'm 100% satisfied. It's not slippery and it's not hot. I was very impressed with the product. It's amazing that I don't burn my feet and my 6-year-old doesn't fall.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com and remember to like us on Facebook. GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com. We are out of this world.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear is in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's happening?
All right, Tony, up in Pike Township, northbound 65 slows down 465 up to West 86th Street. Eastbound 465 stop and go from Michigan Road over to Meridian, delayed 3 minutes. We have a vehicle fire in Hancock County. This is eastbound 70, County Road 200 West. 2 right lanes are blocked. Traffic stop for about a mile. East side, westbound 70, slow Sherman Drive to the north. Split for a 2-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. This week, create the perfect backyard with the Grill Palace at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Big Green Egg, Traeger, Napoleon, Yoder, Gosney, and accessories galore are in the Grill Palace at Sullivan's. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
And somewhere in the Grill Palace, Denny Smith is lurking. Find him and get 5% off your grill.
Oh, wow.
Wait, is that not true?
It's a huge deal.
I thought that was so no. You don't play Find Denny in the Grill Palace?
You can now.
Oh, I may have invented a whole ad campaign that is not Sullivan approved. Listen, if you find Denny, you're not gonna get anything off your grill. I'm just telling you right now. But they should do that. They should do that. They should just have Denny just like hiding in one of the grills.
He might actually be lost in a grill, so you'd be doing him a favor. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. He could have gotten well absorbed into the pellets.
I've seen Stranger Things.
That's Denny Smith. He is very bendy. What?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So,
I'm just a traffic guy.
As long as you don't know. Oh, now you're just a traffic guy.
So all I know
got
is
you.
road.
I
I'm a
see how this
road.
works, kitten.
Road.
All right. 51 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:47.
Tired of overpaying with DirecTV? Dish offers a reliable low price every month without surprises. Get the TV you love and start watching live sports, news, and the latest movies. Plus your favorite streaming apps all in one place. Switch to Dish today and lock in the lowest price in satellite TV. Starting at $89.99 a month with our 2-year price guarantee. Call or visit your local retailer today.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And now everything's on sale during our Memorial Day event. Save up to $1,200 on mattresses for a limited time. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life's sleep.
250 years of American spirit and 500 miles of unforgettable history collide this May at the Brickyard. Listen all this week to Hammer and Nigel for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the 110th running of the Indianapolis 500, presented by Gainbridge.
It's Redemption Monday!
I think we have to get to the place where we inform producer Carl that I have no capacity of keeping any of these things in my skull.
This is your third go around on this one.
I have no idea. I still don't know what it is.
Why don't you have it as a ringtone now?
Because I love myself. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. That is producer Carl behind the board. Matt Bears in the WIBC Traffic Center. Ryan Hedrick in the newsroom. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Here's how we play our game. Producer Carl has selected a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. Being Monday, it is Redemption Monday, which means I've gotten this one wrong before.
Many times.
And now it's many times. Your mother many times. And so this is my chance to redeem myself. I am allowed to use the chat room for help over there at YouTube. We live stream. Check it out for yourself. Go to WIBC there on YouTube and subscribe. It has been growing in the morning, and it's good to see everybody here. We could also phone a friend, and Matt Bear is the only. It's like the red phone on your desk if you were there in the White House, and it calls the Kremlin. And my Kremlin is Matt Bear, right there. So let's do that. Let's phone a friend first. Matt Bear, what is this television theme song?
That's The Rifleman, Tony.
Nicely done. Well played, well played. This is, and by the way, the chat room does have it right because they remember, and I've said this one before, and eventually I'll be right. This is Mrs. Columbo.
But you don't get credit because you used the chat room on this
No,
one.
I had it. How dare you?
No redemption.
He just makes up the rules as he goes along. Carl is exactly what happens if you make Hakeem Jeffrey Speaker of the House. Power hungry. He just makes it up as he goes. He doesn't care.
How could you redeem yourself if you let others do it for you?
I didn't let others do it for me. I said they had it right.
Yeah, but they always get it right because they have no lives.
Wow! Turn off the music. Throwing shade at the chat?
How do they know every single TV show? How do they know Mrs. Columbo?
It's because they don't have a life, man. What's wrong with you? But don't throw shade at them. Don't be throwing shade at the kittens. Dear Lord, the numbers are growing and everything is going great. You're like, you know what? Let me just pull down my pants and just write all over these people. Here comes producer Carl.
All right. I'll give this to the chat room.
You've been redeemed.
Wow. You know what happened to the last morning show producer who got uppity with the chat room?
Oh, no.
Yeah, ask Allison. That's your punishment. That's your punishment, 3 to 7 p.m.
Carl's been challenged to a fight in the chat room.
Who got challenged?
Carl did to a fight.
Oh, Carl did get challenged to a fight in the chat room.
Yeah.
Now it's looking like the internet.
And he's buying lunch.
No, it's good.
And yeah.
Let me tell you, I was at the Mecum auction this weekend on Mother's Day. The kids wanted to go, and the wife was like, I like the cars, let's go. And I didn't get to bid on anything. I tried Saturday. There was a 1973 Cougar convertible, Mercury Cougar convertible, and I sat in it. It was excellent. And it got to a price very quickly. I'm like, no, I knew it needed just a little bit of work, and the whole thing wasn't going to make sense after that, because if there was a larger problem, it was just going to be silly. So I did pass on it. The car was exceptional. But I ran into Casey Daniels. We shot a little video, just proof of life that I'm actually real, even though I don't show up to the studio, which I'm starting to think might annoy some people. And let me just get this out of the way now so it can be never said again. I don't care. How was that, Carl? Was that diplomatic? Was that?
Casey can respond to you.
Is Casey there?
Yeah.
Always.
Casey Daniels, ladies and gentlemen.
Always here. I live here.
Stop it. I saw you out and about just palling around with Dana Mecum.
I know.
Sipping champagne with strawberries and looking at cards saying 1.4 million?
No problem.
Silliness.
No problem.
Show me the $5 million vehicles. Be gone, peasants. People want to shake your hand. You're like, oh, no. Maybe Nigel will shake your hand, not I.
Did you see that $17 million Ferrari?
See it? It's in the garage.
Oh, so stole it is, I think, the word you're looking for.
Well, hey, listen, I make real radio money. So, no,
Yeah, you do.
I did not buy a $17 million Ferrari. But they have some beautiful stuff. But she was there. And I noticed that Casey had the media badge, but I only had the guest badge.
It's true.
It's science.
I thought you were big time, Tony Katz.
I have a bidder badge. Like, I could bid. So I'm that kind of big time. They'll happily take my money, but there's no respect.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
And who told you I was big time?
You.
That's nonsense. What are you working on today? What is the lead story for Casey Daniels and the Daniels gang?
Totally unacceptable. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What Donald Trump
Yes.
said to Iran. Also got a lot of basketball stuff in the news. People just hating on Caitlin Clark for showing up at the Morgan Wallen concert.
What was wrong with showing up at the Morgan Wallen concert?
I don't know. It's where we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tune in at 9.
Yeah.
To Casey Daniels and the Daniels gang.
It was wonderful seeing you, by the way.
Was it?
Most importantly about the whole thing, I met your wife, which was
Right.
nice. She does exist. Somebody actually married you.
Wow. Wow.
She was lovely.
There's Casey Daniels, everybody.
Good morning.
Friend to all, Casey Daniels. Super pleasant. Matt Bear, you have 4 seconds for traffic.
Westbound 70 slow, Sherman, North Split. Traffic sponsored